Hey, latte art lovers, Mark here with Nick. We're at Whole Latte Love. Nick, what are we doing tonight?
Mark, this is our first annual, I think that's what we're calling it, Latte Art Throwdown, inaugural event, right? But yeah, we've been hard at work transforming our space to put on quite a show this evening.
Now, we've sponsored some local competitions before. This is our first in-house. I'm going to call it the first annual,
First
right?
annual, that's right. I think we agreed on that. But yeah, we have sponsored tons of these events locally. We provided prize support, sometimes even machines for people who needed a little bit of help throwing down. So, you know, this is our first time opening our doors to host one ourselves.
And as you can see behind us here, they're running a little practice right now. I've seen a few of the pours so far, looking pretty good. We got some good competitors
actually, let's
here.
see if we can get the pour cam on the stream here for everybody.
Yeah, we do have this really nice. We have this really nice view where you can see, because we're going to be, it's head to head, right?
Head to head, right? And it's an overhead split screen.
Oh,
so
there we go.
There you can
so
see it. So you're actually going to be able to see people frothing and pouring simultaneously.
Yep, I love it. So let's talk a little. Oh, let's talk about our judges. So we have some pretty cool judges. If we got that graphic, we can show that maybe.
Take a look. Quite the panel.
What's that? Quite the panel. First up, Danilo Lodi, right? He is an SCA World Championship judge.
Champion coach too, right?
And
2023, Borum. We of course know Danilo through Dalla Corte as well, so we've worked very closely with him.
Yep. So we'll work on that. But Danilo, quite a guy. So he's also a founding member of Untold Coffee Lab, which we're going to hear some more about. Have some prize. One of the prizes today from Untold, which is really cool. We've had some cupping sessions with Danilo here, and I know he consults with some of the top growers in Panama.
That's right, and you know, he obviously travels the world too for a lot of events. He'll be at Copenhagen this year, showing off some Untold coffee. So yeah, I mean, that's probably some of the most prestigious coffee around, and that's going to one of our grand prize winners this evening.
That's really cool. Let's take a look at our other judges. Also, we have Kristen Lay. She is the marketing art director for Whole Latte Love, so she knows her art.
That's right, I think, yeah. In terms of the visual aspect of this, she's definitely got the chops to do it. So she and her team, too, designed all the graphics and the shirts for this event, you know, really pulled all the stops. So maybe we'll turn around later and people can see, but these are in-house designs for everything that we've got here, too.
She also happens to be, go figure, the creative art director for Untold Coffee Lab. We're going to learn some more about that. And of course, Gary Salzman, somebody we know pretty well, founder and CEO of Whole Latte Love, and another founding member of Untold Coffee Lab. Where again, Untold, their mission is to bring some of the best coffees in the world, make them available, both green and roasted.
Green and roasted, and then to tell the stories of those coffees as well.
Right. So let's take a look at some of our sponsors.
That's right.
Very friendly folks, got to give them a shout out.
I was going to say, we've got, you know, more than just your ego is at stake in tonight's competition. So, you know, we've got obviously prizes from Whole Latte Love and Untold, but, you know, right here, BWT, water supplier for the Best of Panama competition this year.
Yeah, they were like chosen to supply the water.
That's right. I hear it was a bit of a head-to-head, and they came out on top as far as that. Yeah, best water for the best coffee. That's right. So they've got a lot of stuff in our swag bags. Eureka obviously provided a Adam W75 grinder for our raffle, so for those who are not competing, they can still walk home with some pretty serious merch as well. You know, Profitec, ECM, they provided our grand prize. So if you're a subscriber of this channel, you may have seen our review that we just did for the brushed stainless Profitec Go, but we've got one of those on offer for the winner of tonight's event.
Somebody's taking that home along with a grinder. We'll talk more about that.
Pro T64, that's right.
And ECM and Profitec really make some of the finest prosumer level machines you can
I would definitely say so, and I mean, I might go as far as to say the Profitec Go is perhaps the king of single boiler espresso machines these days.
Yeah, and of course, my favorite machine the ECM Synchronica dual boiler.
Right. We've got that in our brew zone as well,
yes,
for people who are here to get some hands-on time with everything. But yeah, you know, Not Neutral supplied all of our cups for this evening. Brewista, they've put together our third place prize pack, which consists of a couple of different brewing devices, their scales, some kettles, along with a grinder from Varia Brewing. And of course, second place, which I skipped for a second, that's going to be a brand new Gotcha Classic Evo Pro and the MDF 55. So some serious brewing for the winners of tonight's competition.
And then also Bonavita's in there, right?
That's right. So Bonavita, they are co-owned by Barista, so Bonavita Brewista, for those of you who didn't know that little association, but they're an incredible manufacturer of SCA certified gold cup coffee makers. So that basically is just a coffee maker that can brew to the SCA gold cup standard. I happen to have one of those at my home. It makes making delicious coffee very easy.
And a couple other
local sponsors, yeah.
Well, UPS, you know.
UPS, yeah, Voyage Realty Group. Seabreeze are giving away 4 tickets.
They have a fantastic, if you're ever in Rochester, New York, up on the lakeshore, beautiful place, been there forever. I went as a kid. The Jackrabbit, one of the nicest wooden roller coasters, old school.
Very old school, yeah. I think I prefer maybe the Screaming Eagle as well. And then, you know, for our milk sponsor tonight, Pittsford Farm Dairy supplied all of the milk that we'll be using for the competition. Incredible dairy products. I love their ice cream. So again, if you're ever in Rochester, definitely check them out too. Probably, it goes without saying, I think the best ice cream I've ever had.
And milk makes a difference, right? It's not just from the California Happy Cows. We can get it elsewhere
That's
too.
Absolutely right.
I know we did a whole training a few years back where we tried all these different regular dairy milks, right?
I think back then we called it a froth off.
A froth off.
That's right. So, you know, I think we've upped our game just a little bit this time around.
So let's talk about, just real quick, if you don't know Whole Latte Love all that well, what we're all about.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this event is really a great way to kind of show that off, but we're a specialty coffee equipment retailer, but we do so much more than that. There's such a strong focus on community and education in everything that we do, which is part of the reason why we put this event together. But I mean, Mark, you've been in, I think, what, over 1,000 videos, and at the end of the day, it's about really teaching people how to use their stuff.
Yeah, of course, we want to show you the equipment you might get, but we also want to support you in using it. We do our coffee cast. Maybe we can talk about that.
If you haven't seen that as well, our new coffee cast, that's you know, a live one-on-one service that you can do, and I'm not really sure how many other people are out there doing that, but whether it's pre or post sale, you can tune into CoffeeCast either to see your next equipment that you're thinking about, or just to get a better handle on how to use the stuff that you already have.
Yeah, so if there's a machine you're interested in, you can set up an appointment, get with a coffee expert, go one-on-one. Even, you know, you could show them your setup, where you want this to go, what might fit, even how to use it. We even do some tech support through
We
that.
do, exactly. We have a whole dedicated set just for our tech support. And you know, CoffeeCast is great, but if you're tuning in and you're not subscribed to the channel, definitely want to say subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because we've got a lot of great stuff still coming, some really great products on the horizon as well, and you don't want to miss out on any of that.
Yeah, do check out the channel. In fact, if you're not doing a latte art right now, want to learn how, we've got a couple of really nice videos, a couple of them way up over 1 million views, and I know we've helped a lot of people get into how to do latte art. You know, they're oriented towards beginners. We go really, really in depth to really show you how to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you know, it's obviously a skill that you're going to have to practice. So getting just a handle on your equipment first is really going to get you just foot in the door, and then practice. But I think with latte art too, it's one of those things where you really need to learn the correct habits first, so that ultimately you don't wind up getting into a routine of doing something the wrong way every time.
I know in one of those videos we've got that interesting thing where you can practice latte art without using any milk, right? The old
that's
the
a
old
fun
drop
trick
of soap
actually.
and froth.
So a little drop of soap and then just some food coloring. I prefer blue.
All right, first of all, this song is for my dad.
You know, officially we just got.
So let's see. How are we doing here? I know we should be getting very close to the start. And just one more time real quick through the prizes. For So for third place, it's we do have some cash going out tonight. $50, a Brewista, really nice Brewista brew package. The Varia hand grinder. I know we saw Varia stuff at
the Varia Evo.
SCA. We got a lot more coming.
Oh yeah.
And I love the design of this stuff. You know,
it's very good. It's one of those things where you touch it, you get your hands on it, and you realize this is.
It's high quality, but yet very approachable. You know, sometimes stuff in espresso, it seems like a little, I don't know, esoteric or
Seems
whatever.
like it might have come straight from the factory, right? But Ram over at Varia has done an incredible job, designed some incredible products. And that grinder too, really unique among hand grinders, is that it actually has a separate motor that you can attach to it. So let's say, you know, you're on the road, you're on camping trips or something, maybe you've been hiking all day and you're like, you know, I'm not really feeling grinding right now. You can attach that motor to it, it'll just grind automatically.
I did see a couple of vendors using it there.
Yeah. I think, you know, actually,
maybe Untold, I don't know.
We were at SCA and you know, I know I saw one of those in our Airbnb, so definitely pretty cool.
And I know, our Todd went down to Panama for Best of Panama, and he took one with him for making his coffee, I believe.
Down there, yeah. So
did he tell you?
I didn't even know that actually. So
I'm pretty sure that's what he said. He had one down there. So second place, some more cash, $100.
Yeah.
Gaja Classic Evo Pro.
And the new MDF 55 grinder, which you just did your review on.
Yeah, very, very nice grinder. Love the design of that. And a nasty jug from Barista.
Yeah, so the nasty jug actually really cool. So that's something Barista does very well, is they work with different barista competitors, champions, and collaborate with them to design products. So the nasty jug was designed by Irvine Queck, who was a Latte champion. And you know, people tonight can actually.
You think we'll see? I know we have a couple out there, right?
Get a chance to compete with one themselves right behind the
now,
bar. Exactly.
when you're pouring latte, you usually bring your own pitcher, right? And
you know, I think it comes down to it, right? So if you're really serious about it, and you know, you can't bring your whole machine with you, but you can at least bring your pitcher with you. So
right.
That's why
we do have a couple out there. If you know, people did bring their own or need one, and I know there's a couple of nasty jugs out there.
You know, he's not on camera with us tonight, but I know Brian from our channel as well. He brought a nasty jug with him when he competed locally at Throwdown as well. So yeah, have jug will travel. So.
Okay. And then at first place, $200. The new Profit Go in stainless steel, right?
Yeah, so that's the brushed stainless steel. It's fingerprint resistant. It's actually
the fingerprint
exclusive as well. So we're the only place you can get it. So you know, if you were competing tonight, like I said, I would consider that probably one of the most compelling single boil machines on the market. And now with the fast heat up, you really are ready to brew in maybe 6 minutes tops. And then we paired it with a serious grinder too, though. The T64 deck as well. 64 millimeter burrs, titanium coating, worm gear adjustment. So just you know, serious piece of it.
And then in that first prize package, some Untold green or roasted coffee, because Untold will be offering coffee green or roasted. And interestingly, you know, Danilo Lodi is one of the founding members of Untold. He works again with a lot of those high-end growers like Justin Bodeman from Longboard
Coffee, that's right.
You know, and helps them.
This isn't just like coffee. This is competition grade stuff used by barista competitors in competitions like the Brewers Cup or the World Barista Championship.
Yeah, these are serious coffees. They go, I mean, you can get some really good stuff that's not crazy, but you can go to absolutely some of the best Panama geishas there are, right?
Be a little pricey to get something this good, and so it's anything that we're roasting to is being roasted by Danilo as well, so you know that
he develops those profiles.
Exactly. So these beans have been
right around the corner, right
that's
down the hall,
exactly.
Right
so
we're really excited about that. To have that going on. It looks like we must be getting close. I think
we probably are getting pretty close. So. But you know, we've got good local turnout here too.
Yeah, talk a little bit about the local scene while we're waiting for the guys to get started.
You know, I've seen people from Pearson's Coffee, who we've worked with before. Fuego Coffee Roasters is here. I've seen some people from Canandaigua as well, Working Class Coffee. We've got a Dal Corte machine and some Chiato grinders too. So really good representation, stretching probably all the way across Western New York.
When the judges go up, I'm going to take the mic. I'm just going to do a little introduction.
Yeah.
Let you know. We can talk about it some. Are we recording?
We're
Yeah.
live.
Oh, we're on.
That's right.
Hey, we have a special guest here.
Special judge.
Would you like to come
Yeah,
and sit
Gary, join us for a moment.
So let me bring on one of our judges here, Gary.
All right, yeah,
So,
let me scoot down for a minute.
so Gary, I talked just a little bit about Untold. We have some Untold coffee in one of the prize packages, and you're a founding member of Untold. Tell me what Untold is all about. Tell me the Untold story, right?
It is all about the stories. We're going to go into depth in the coffee, so it's going to be called Untold Coffee Lab. We just launched. Happened to be, was it April 8th? That's when we timed it with the eclipse that came through here. The idea is kind of like a new beginning, and I use the word. Okay, I use the word renaissance. You know, the individuals who are involved as the founding members are deeply steeped in the coffee world, and we come from all different sectors of it, and together our goal is to create a whole new reality to it. And I don't mean to make that sound like it's something esoteric or difficult to understand, but we are going to make it easy to understand. But we're going to give you the untold stories, like what's really going on behind the coffee, so a layman can have the perspective of a professional as well. So it's going to be a really fun journey. Next week, we're going off to Copenhagen, World of Coffee, and we're going to start spreading the word. Our website is still being put together by the team of Whole Latte Love. Just to be clear, I'm also the CEO of Whole Latte Love as well, and created that with my wife, Lauren, who is back there someplace.
I saw a couple grandkids here too, right?
Oh yeah, they are the future.
Yes, they are.
But we have a lot of fun. If it's one of my sayings, if it's not fun, why are you doing it? So remember that. Thanks.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks. So I think we may be getting close, but a little bit more about the local coffee. This guy helped support a lot, right?
I mean, that's really the thing, is we have been involved with the local community for such a long time. You can see all sorts of, traces of Latte Lab all over Rochester and beyond. But, Todd, I think, is a huge part of that too, in terms of just, helping people get their machines set up, getting them fixed, and then ultimately getting them new equipment. But tonight, big one you can see just behind us is Tony and Renee from Fuego Coffee Roasters. We've worked with them very closely on several shops that they've opened. They've hosted multiple throwdowns themselves. One of Rochester's oldest, third wave roasters by far. But also too, Pearson's a younger company, formerly Glen Edith, who we've worked with as well. They've got some people, and we just helped them with their opening as well. So, it's really just been a history of kind of behind the scenes, sowing the seeds of kind of coffee success all throughout Rochester.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really dynamic and lively community. Lots of people involved.
Well, in Rochester in general too, we've got so many different festivals and events that it's really a big kind of little city almost, but.
Very, very nice, and
very nice, I would say
we're in an area where it's a little cooler from time to time, but it's 95 today here.
Can we use your mic up there? Oh, it is? I'll give it back.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because they're looking for Mike to get started.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Turner.
All right, and let's see if maybe we can get the cam actually maybe on the crowd here, because we're going to be getting started soon. And I know Gary's going to be making some announcements. So
I don't know if you saw him behind me. There, I saw Tucker behind me there. So if you watch some of our support videos, because that's another thing that we do a lot.
Yeah.
Is we do a lot of support videos. So if you're having, you need some help.
Well, and then not just support videos, but I know Brian will. Yeah. Brian, sometimes he'll go, above and beyond and actually make personalized videos for people who are having specific problems too.
Yeah.
So I know I've seen him, especially since we finished our second coffee cast set, which is just for our tech support. He's been in there nonstop making, you know, hey, how do I open up this thing and take this part out? Brian will do that, you know.
He's been doing that
his
for a
eyes
long time. I
closed.
know I get a great response to one of the videos he did. Total tear down and rebuild of an E61 group.
That's right.
And I get comments on that like almost every other day. It's like, hey, this is the best, most complete video I've ever seen on this
I
subject.
can't say that I've probably seen that whole video, but
Yeah.
when I went to Spain with Todd, I did watch somebody assemble an entire E61 espresso machine from scratch. I
That's
think
right.
we had split on that trip at that point. You were down to the Amalfi Coast, and then Todd and I went out to Spain after our...
That's right. Got to take combine a little vacation.
That's right.
Yeah.
We got a question on YouTube. Go ahead, Andrew. What are we working with here? So this is actually, I believe, whole milk from Pittsburgh Farm Dairy.
Yeah.
All right. Now it sounds like we're about to get
So
started.
yeah, we're about to get ready. And like, did I mention it was warm today?
It is warm, yes.
I think we're
mean,
at
thank God
95
for
out.
air conditioning there too.
Let's see if we can hear what's going on. There we go.
SCA World Barista Champion, SCA Trainer, Judge, Trains Champions, and also Whole Latte Love Sweetheart. Kristen Lee is our Marketing Director at Whole Latte Love. And then Gary Salzman, the owner of Whole Latte Love. They will be judging you about as hard as they can. So, let's talk criteria. We're going to be looking at, they are going to be looking at presentation, line clarity, right up here, creativity and difficulty, execution, speed, balance and symmetry, and color distribution. I'm going to hand it over to them in just a moment. They're going to talk about exactly what that is and what they're really looking for, and also we're going to hear some words from Gary too. But the very first thing that we're going to do, you're going to have to help me with pronunciation. Is it Yifei Wang? Yeah. Hey, you're going to be up first, and you're going to be against Gordon Myers. So you guys are on deck. You got a moment. I just want to make you ready. Gary, would you like to say a few words? Yeah. All right, now contestants, when it is your turn, I'm going to hand you one of these things with your name and the cafe that you're representing if you choose. You need to hold on to this. When you pour your latte art, you're going to place it right on those saucers where the judges are going to be sitting. You need to put this right in front of your cup, right in front of your mug. And keep in mind, everything is live streamed tonight to our YouTube channel. Everyone here is going to be able to see your latte art right up on this screen too. So make sure you do this. Get that cred. What else do we need? You want to talk about stuff? Yeah. Up there.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm Zach. I'm head of education, or whatever you like to call me here over at Whole Latte Love. So thank you all for showing up. This is fantastic. And I just wanted to shout out to our sponsors. We have a lot of cool prizes. So no matter what, just for competing, you're going to get a cool little swag bag. And those are going to get a little bit better the farther you make it through. Now, we had a little bit of a weird bracket just because we had some issues filling to a nice number. Just so you know, you need to do it in 4s. How fun. So, we're going to figure that out as we go along. We'll let you know how those finals end up. We're going to go ahead and get started here, but before that, shout out to our sponsors for our first, second, and third. So we have Whole Latte Love here for everything espresso. Thank you for coming. Gary for opening his doors. We have Untold Coffee Labs, who's going to be giving some really nice coffee for whoever wins first. You can choose this for green or roasted coffee, which is amazing. So then we have ECM and Profitec. So we do have a first prize of a Profitec Go in the new stainless, which is amazing, and one of their grinders. So that's going to be awesome. So shout out to ECM Profitec. BWT for all of your water solutions and all that fun stuff. It's what we're using today. We also have Eureka grinders, which is these cool grinders here. Same grinder you actually have on the raffle today, the W75, which is pretty freaking sweet. We do have Varia hand grinders as your third place prize, along with Bonavita and Bruista swag. So you'll have like a pour over set for your third place prize there. If you guys have any questions about those, they're kind of right behind you in that little center table. So lots of cool stuff. You know, fourth place will have like a whole package from UPS. We also have tickets from Seabreeze. We also have a lot of other stuff here. So not neutral cups, which we'll be using today. And a couple other facts on that. You can use these cups. Now, if you did bring your own, we're going to allow you to use your own because I didn't put that in any rules. So if you did bring your own cup and pitcher, we're going to go ahead and let you do that. So if you do have any questions about the judging material after the judges go through, go ahead and ask me. I'm going to be running around everywhere during the whole entire competition. And thank you for coming.
Yeah, why don't you be the center of attention? Ladies and gentlemen, our judges.
Very cool. I want to do a mic test first. Am I loud enough? Okay, very good. All right. I'm Gary Salzman, and we have I call her Kaylee right here. She's an artist. She's our designer. She manages that department, so we're going to use her artistic eye. Me, I just love design. I'm great with crayons. Oh, I like design. I'm just really good with crayons. But the real effect here is Danilo Lodi. He's one of our friends, and he's also one of the founders of Untold Coffee Lab, which is a brand new company that he's the founder of, and there's a few more of us, including myself. And the whole idea is to bring coffee to literally a whole new level. I'm using the word a renaissance. And so just kind of watch what we do because it's starting up. And our start date was April 8th, which was the day of the eclipse. So for me, that was very appropriate. So in terms of what we're going to be doing, I'm going to let Danilo kind of describe that to you. And so you can take it from, you'll hear it from a professional's perspective. Danilo.
Hi, everyone. So as they announced the rules and everything, we're going to look for, first of all, what is the best overall looking for each cup. So to decide which one is the best. Then it's going to be like quality of the foam, contrast, symmetry, position on the cup, of course the presentation if there's no spills or anything, to decide which one of the two are going to be passing to the next round and be the winner. Okay, so pay attention to everything you guys are going to do it. We're going to do it with the standards of the world coffee competitions, which I'm one of the judges. So you guys are going to be, I calibrated them earlier today, so it's going to be always this way. And again, it's kind of like a throwdown. It's 3 judges. We're going to point to our favorite cup, and the cup that has the most votes wins and passes to the next one. Okay? So good luck to you all.
One last thing, I'd like to big shout out to my crew here who created this entire thing in like almost no time. This whole bar here didn't exist 3 days ago. It's just a testament to the folks that work here at Whole Latte Love. Just an incredible team of people willing to just make something happen. They don't have to be told what to do on everything. It's just like inspiration. It's like I like to what I call create a playground, and I let them play in it, and the idea is to build. It's all about teammanship. It's about creativity. It's about critical thinking skills. I'm afraid that is required. And of course, as I call it, emotional intelligence. Keep your emotions so they're not making those decisions when you're not in a good mood. Keep yourself properly grounded and things like that. So anyways, enough of that. let's get this started.
All right.
Quite the intro.
So we're back. Yeah, well, we can say thank you. So it looks like we're about to get going. So we went through. You can bring and use your own cup if you would like.
That's right, your own pitcher, or your own cup too, maybe.
Yes, that's what I just heard.
All right.
And I was talking with Danilo earlier about some of the judging criteria. I've seen some competitions where there's a timer and you can do multiples if you want.
Oh, yeah,
right?
I mean in this case I think it's just you're one and done as far as that's concerned.
But you are on a time limit, so
Yes.
I think it's 4 minutes, right?
I feel like if it takes you longer than maybe 2 minutes, you're already in the danger zone. Yeah, exactly.
And we do have our own Zach or Z, right?
That's right. He's behind the bar, and then April as well. So if you've ever called in or interacted with us, you may have chatted with both of them. Incredibly talented people, great baristas as well. So it's just a lot of fun to play with the equipment as well. So I can't say that I blame them. But yeah, Mark, I mean...
and it looks like we do have a couple competitors up there.
We have, I think, a few of our own competitors as well. So, and then actually, yeah, we've just been handed the brackets too. But yeah, like I was saying, there's a lot more at stake than your ego this evening. So,
yeah. Now, Nick, do you know a couple of these guys? Have you run into them?
Some of them, yeah. And we've got some faces from out of town too, which is really great to see. I mean, Latte Love is obviously a company that...
All right, at the beginning of every round, I will be setting a timer on my phone for 4 minutes. I don't want anyone here too late. You all want to go to bed, I know.
4 minutes.
So when you're up, get this thing popping. Ready?
We'll see how we do. So we have, I'm going to go with Yafei.
And Gordon up right now, exactly.
And Gordon Myers. So we got this great shot, I think. So when they pour, we get the split screen of them doing their thing together.
Yeah,
here.
Mark, how many different cameras are we working with this evening?
I'm going to count, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, 6 actually, too. I think
yeah.
we got a secret 6th camera, maybe if we need to get up and move about the populace.
Oh, so here we go. There's that. I love this.
There we go. Yeah, this is incredible.
Every once in a while, a competitor's going to duck their head over. Got Gordon over on the right there.
Of course, we've got the judge cam too.
Yes. So we'll get a much closer look at these. And okay.
There we go.
I mean, I think I could pick kind of like where I thought this was going to go from there, but we'll take a look at the.
Yeah, I would say that fate
here.
is in the hand of the judges at this point. So. Public provision, we got Gordon. Incredible food there. I was there for breakfast just the other day down in the public market. Just another local gem, honestly, here in Manchester. But it all comes down
Judges, are we ready?
It looks like they are ready.
1, 2, 3.
So pretty easy and unanimous there. So. Yafei Wang, I hope I'm getting that.
The way you advance, nice job.
Zia and Emily, it looks like. And so you know what though, everyone is walking away.
All right, I got Zaya up next.
So I
and Emily
McCombs. I would love one of those bags. I think that's from Profitech, and I think it says coffee is a kind of magic you can drink. I happen to personally love that. I've got a sticker on my cup here from one of Profitech's other sayings, though, too. But, yeah, I mean, and that's kind of it. It's a pretty concise event, ultimately. I know a lot of people who ask me who aren't in coffee, like, what is a throwdown? And it's just sort of like, well, people pour, and then people point, and then 2 people enter, and then
all right, we need Emily McCombs.
There we go. We get hey, I know Andrew's back there pushing the buttons.
Yeah.
Who do we got? Okay.
Oh, hey, Gordon. May I steal you,
Kind of
sir?
our bracket so far.
Head on over that
I do
way. We have a
bracket
swag
out here,
bag
but
for
I
you.
was wondering if I could see the name from that overhead camera.
Yeah.
So,
We got Zia and Emily, it looks like.
Okay, Emily
Yeah,
Maycomber.
okay.
I was saying
I
your
think we'll
name
be able
wrong.
to tell them apart somehow.
You
yes.
are up next, my friend.
So Zia, okay.
There we go.
Hello.
From Arabica.
Percent Arabica, okay.
All right,
There
so
we are.
you know, Mark, I mean, I've competed in a few throwdowns, but never one quite like this. So I know.
And can I ask how you did?
You know, I feel like maybe one time I've made it through the first round. My true talent lies in spreadsheets, I feel. So, but you know, I practice.
But you still
from
can
time to
use the
time.
coffee for the spreadsheet.
That's
yeah?
absolutely true. So, and have you ever competed? I know you've been to a few. You've obviously brought cameras to a couple
Yeah.
of them before. I mean,
In fact, when we were at SCA in Boston,
Oh my
Danilo,
gosh, yes.
we had
All
a
right,
little
Lily,
offsite
we
thing
need
that
you
Latte
up
Love
next on
sponsored
deck.
us with there.
cameo by Julio too. Another
Adam
old
Solomon,
founder as
you are
well.
also
Who's
on
there.
deck, sir.
Alrighty, yeah. So we've got Zaya and Emily now. It looks like Adam and Lily are up next. Andrew, let's see if we can get there.
There it is.
Perfect. Yeah, and so this is the Dalla Corte, the Zero Barista espresso machine as well. Beautiful machine, honestly. You know, and I love those huge steam ones like that with just the lever that you pull.
Well, Emily
to
has
activate
begun
the
her
steam.
steaming there. Have you frothed with a zero before?
You know, I have frothed with a zero. I think that's one of those things too, honestly, is when you've got most of your experience on a home machine and then you use a commercial for the first time, those things kick like a horse. They are wild in terms of that steam pressure. We're starting to
Okay,
get the
Emily's
initial
gonna pour
pouring
through.
here.
So tell me, for those who are uninitiated, tell me, you know, like kind of the technique here. So it was a little swirl the milk into the
Yeah,
espresso
so I mean,
a bit
you're
to give you
obviously
like a feel.
laying the foundation there because your canvas is your crema, and so you're filling beneath it though, because obviously not all of the milk is turning to foam. So during the initial distillation, you're getting that hotter, more dense milk to pour below the surface, and then what's left with the foam is what you actually draw the design with. And so it's not just that you need to have proper technique for frothing, but then proper technique for pouring as well. And so we'll likely see a lot of more conventional pours like tulips or rosettas this evening, but you can really
I
show
caught a
your
glimpse of
stuff.
that one.
So we've got
Oh, look at
Zaya,
that! Wow.
and the crowd
Judges,
is sometimes
Tuffy.
an indicator
The
too,
crowd has decided.
you know,
Yes.
which way the wind is blowing.
Oh, the judges.
All right.
I don't know. It might have
One,
taken.
2, 3.
There we go.
There we go. Zaya's
Zia
moving on
is
to the next
going
round.
forward.
Zaya advances.
Zaya, sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
So Adam Solomon, who's up next, actually, he has been in Rochester's coffee scene for a very long time. I know he's worked for Joe Bean. He was also
Mr. Adam
cafe
Solomon,
manager at
you are up,
Rococo,
sir.
which
Yes,
is located
you
down
got
in the
it.
Sibley building here in Rochester. They have a Dalla Corte machine as well, another local partner who we work with. And yeah, he has been all over the place coffee-wise, so I'm seriously looking forward to what he's going to pour for us tonight.
So I'm assuming you've seen him pour before.
I have seen him pour before, so you know, I think he's.
And is he a force?
He, you know, I would describe him as a bit of a force, but
Okay.
you know, as my friend, I may be a bit biased, but you know, I think at the same time, you know, maybe it is like riding a bike,
Okay.
the Latte bike. And you
Now,
know, you
now
never
let me
forget.
ask you this: as competitors go through, will you typically see the difficulty go up a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, so in this format, we're obviously not requiring a specific type of pour. The level of competition increases because obviously you're going to be having more and more talented baristas left. And so, you know, people I think are pulling all the stops when it comes to those final pours, the final details. So yeah, I think, you know, in some cases too, a person may pour the same design every night or every pour of the night because that's what they do best.
They really
So,
know it.
Yeah, and I
they-
mean, again though,
So they
when
don't
you-
want to take a risk per se, maybe, in
well,
upping
and I
it,
mean,
or
I'd say, you know, when you've got prizes like these tonight, you may want to play it safe and, you know,
just do what you do well, all right?
ultimately pour what you pour best. So Yeah, I mean, we're about to see Adam, so
Okay.
let's see if he is indeed the force.
Are you
to be
familiar
reckoned
with Lily at all?
I am not
Okay.
familiar with Lily, actually. The eponymous Lily, though, just Lily.
Okay. Got a heart over there?
Nice little heart, yeah. And Adam, we're
He's-
starting to see some stacks.
He's stacking it up a bit, isn't he? Yes.
That's right. Okay.
And okay.
Nice little multi-level tulip there. And now, the hands of fate are ready to point again.
Now, Danilo's really looking for, you know, if something's close, right?
Right.
It's going to be about, you know, line
right.
clarity, color distribution.
Hey, before we hear their
The
decision,
contrast is really
it's going to
important.
be
So
Tony
that's
Colon and
obviously
Kenzie up
how
next. You
does
guys are on
the
deck.
Milk mix and contrast with the espresso.
All right.
You know, is it
Judges,
sharp and clear,
1,
or do you
2,
fuzz and
I don't
3.
have a good call on this one. What do you? Oh!
We had a split
Split
decision,
decision.
actually. This is the first time we've split, but actually
Lily,
the
you
judges
advance.
there, a little,
Wow.
they're coming out of
Here we go.
sync, which is, you know,
Hey, if you
actually what
lost,
happens
make
in these
sure
sorts of things. And
grab
we're
your
gonna see
ticket.
that probably a lot more often as we get closer.
Make sure you
to
grab
the
this
end.
if
a
you
little
lost.
deeper into the
Bring it over to
conversation.
Cheyenne in
You know,
the
as a
back.
bit of
She's
trivia,
waving at you right now.
I actually once
everybody
judged
gets a
the Throwdown
swag
as
bag
well
if you
at
competed.
Glen Edith Coffee Roasters back when they were called that. They're Pearson's now, but it was at that event where I first met Brian Tucker, our service manager.
Okay.
Because he was independently servicing machines
All right.
at that time, and I
All
recognized
right,
him, and Todd
after,
was there, and I
after
said,
Tony and
"You two need to meet."
Tony and Kenzie, we got
And,
Billy
you know,
Lyons.
Brian's been
and Norbert
doing
Swanson.
great work for us ever since. So, you know, these local events are so important.
Y'all are
just
on
for
deck. Billy
getting to know
Lyons and
people even
Norbert
within
Swanson.
the local community who you might not even know are there. So,
Right. That's a really tight community around here, right?
absolutely. You
So
know,
I didn't quite catch all the finger pointing there, Nick. Did you?
I think so.
Okay.
It's the rings that told the true story there. So whoever's
Yeah.
wearing those rings was pointing in the other direction.
Okay.
So that's
Lily, we
Kristen,
have
but I'm
something
not
for
entirely
you.
Sure.
Come find us.
So, you know, we've got Tony Colon up now. So he's the owner, founder of Fuego Coffee Roasters. We've done a lot of work with Tony. You know, Mellow Coffee is one of his newest shops. They've got Dalla Corte XT there and also some Chiato E37S grinders. And here we go. So Tony, I have seen him pour some wild pours before.
Yeah.
So I think we're in for a show.
Yeah, I had Tony in a few years ago, I think, when we were doing a live stream, right?
Yeah, Tony
He
has
did it-
actually been
took us
on
through.
one of our Black Friday live streams,
Yes.
I think, during one of those marathons.
Yes.
So let's see what we've got in store for us. And I mean,
right.
I think too, just even looking at the position of the pitchers, you know, I think Tony had his resting on the drip tray versus having it hang. You
Now,
know,
being that he uses a Dalla Corte machine on a regular, right? Is he?
you know, he
you
may
got an
have
advantage
the,
here,
the
frothing
advantage,
with this
yeah.
one?
And you know, so that's the other thing too is, again, you pour or you froth with what you froth with. You know, Kenzie though is no slouch. She was the manager at Java's for a long time, and just joined us recently here at Whole Latte Love. Tony is pouring off cam though, keeping us all in suspense.
Yeah, he's hiding there. Come on, Tony. Oh, we'll see you in a minute.
All right. Well. Yeah, no, that was a
Let's see.
stealth delivery. We did that off camera. So we're in as much suspense as everyone else.
Well, I don't know if I need the overhead shot, but
Judges, 1, 2, 3.
Tony
I
takes
mean,
it.
sometimes things just don't go your way, right?
That's right.
Hey,
exactly.
Kenzie, make sure you
know?
bring that back to Cheyenne.
You just
She's
get
got
one
something
pour
for
to
you.
decide your fate there, and sometimes it's just not in the cards.
Right.
All right, we
So
still
we've
need
got a-
Norbert
We'll
Swanson.
get to see Tony again then.
Yeah.
Where
so
ya
you know,
at?
Billy, we've
And then
worked
after
with
that-
him, and that's
After
from
that, we need
Hydra
Jenna
Coffee House.
Powley
So they set
and
up
Mr.
on
Andrew
Monroe Avenue here in
Kovacsys.
Rochester, next to a very, very popular hot dog place, I might add, Dogtown. If you're ever in Rochester, hidden gem, amazing French bread, great hot dogs, but Hydra, they've got a Dalla Corte espresso machine as well. I believe this exact machine, the Zero,
Okay.
and some Chiato equipment. So you may be noticing a bit of a trend here in terms of some of our local shops in terms of the equipment. So yeah, I would say Tony may have had a bit of an advantage on that one.
Yeah. So maybe, hey Andrew, I know you're back there pushing, but maybe we could put that bracket up real quick and
Yeah, let's take a look.
have
Just
a
show the
look at
bracket
where
to
we are.
everybody that we've got going on here.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think we need the bracket back up, do we, Mark?
Yeah, no. Who took
We've
that
got,
one? No. I didn't-
that was Lily, actually.
was?
Yeah,
Okay.
she unseated Adam for
Okay.
that round of the competition. But yeah,
Do
you
we
know,
have
Billy,
Mr.
like I
Norbert
said, we work
Swanson?
with, Hydra Coffee House, so I'm very curious to see what we've got going on.
All right.
We might be down by one.
And can we get the cam back on the competitors, please? Let's just take a look.
Yep, there we go.
Got Billy coming up.
Norbert Swanson, paging Norbert Swanson.
A little cameo by,
You
we've got
are up
April in the
against
back
Mr.
there
Billy
from our
Lyons.
sales team, along with Zach and John.
Now the idea would be here that they're pulling shots at the same time.
That's right. So just to
I
keep
mean, they do have
things
4
moving,
minutes.
yeah, you don't have a lot of time, so
Yeah.
you don't pull your own shots, obviously. You don't call your own shots either. That's what we've got the judges for. But yeah, you know, we had a
Billy,
little bit of dissent
guess
amongst
what?
the judges in
You
that
are in a
last
pretty
one.
Yeah,
lucky
we did.
position.
Only one so
Your
far, though, right?
opponent
It's been
is not
unanimous
here,
except
and
for-
thus is
except for the
forfeited.
one.
So we'll see if
However,
the calibration
we all
holds
still
until the
want
end
to
of
see you
tonight's
pour.
competition. All right, so Billy's starting. Let's take a look. So, yeah, Mark, let's get out of full screen for a minute so we can see how many people we got
Judges,
joining
this
us
is going to be a
evening.
tough one.
I'm just curious if we've got any questions in the chat as well.
Oh, yeah. We got Keith Myers in. Hey, let's go. That might have been back for a little while.
Yep. How many people we got live right now?
Yeah, Mark Jackson in there. Yeah, we have 49.
All right, very cool. You know,
What are-
just off camera, we've got some people busting a move too.
Are we missing? Oh, look at that. Hey, Billy
Already, yeah.
did a nice one there.
Yeah, Billy's the head barista over at Hydra Coffee.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised that he's got some stuff to strut, as it were.
Judges. What's it going to be?
Is this like somebody
One,
with a draw here?
2,
Okay.
3.
Oh.
That's great.
So when I saw that one, I mean, one thing I kind of noticed on that is, you know, a little off with symmetry, maybe
A little off
bit.
with the symmetry, yeah. So
Yeah.
in terms of the pour, I do think that near the base especially is where you started to sort of see some of the lines were not
All right, Jenna and
symmetrical,
Andrew,
not as
hi.
clean.
Hello, we have things
And those
for
are really the sorts of things that just practicing over and over and over again really make
All
a
right,
difference
after
for
that,
it.
we
I
got
think-
Ian
So I
Stewart
imagine as we
going
go a
up
little
against
deeper here, a pour
Jazz.
like that is not going to hold up.
You know, I would say that, yeah, a little further on, something like that probably is not going to cut it.
Okay, we got
All
enough-
right, so
enough
going up
group making
next,
their way up.
we've got Jenna and Andrew.
Andrew.
And let's see, so Jenna actually, she's from Canandaigua. She works over at a place called Working Class Coffee. We've worked with them. Great place, roaster down in Canandaigua. Beautiful, you know, little lakeside town for those of you who are not familiar with the Rochester,
the
New
Finger
York area.
Lakes.
The Finger
It's
Lakes,
one of those
that's
Finger
right.
Lakes.
But Working Class has some incredible stuff, really modern bar, great machine, and great grinders to boot. Really terrific people. So if you're ever in the area and you're probably looking for the best coffee you can get in Canandaigua, bar none, I would definitely recommend checking out Working Class Coffee. So yeah, I am looking forward to Jenna's pour. I think we've got something exciting in store for us.
So you have seen Jenna pour before?
Perhaps once.
Once? Okay.
So I mean, Mark, I am everyone's fan until the judges point.
Okay.
But I think that's just the nature of these competitions. You get to know everybody in the community, and you kind of want to see everyone win, but there can really only be 3 in this case.
That's right.
And only one true.
Hey, shout out to anybody watching on the live stream.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting ready. So they're actually, distilling the coffee as well, making sure they've got a good bed to pour into. So it's not like you just take your shot and pour straight into it, but that's a practiced hand right there. I can see it. 4 layers there. Very nice.
Okay, yeah. See, we'll get a little closer look at that in a second coming
Andrew,
up.
yeah, I was gonna say his was a little,
Folks,
little out of focus there.
look at this.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, yeah, this is gonna be tricky.
I mean,
think. And
yeah, we really got some contrast working, right?
We got 2 leans. Let's see if we get the 3rd lean. Yeah, there's Kristen.
Yep.
But
Judges,
What do you think?
1,
Let's
2,
see.
3.
I'm thinking Jenna.
Jenna takes it.
Jenna, fantastic job.
I think that contrast, right? Because you look at Andrews and there's a
Hey,
little more.
Andrew,
And I
hold
think
on to your
too, up
ticket,
near the
bud.
Fluff
top
up top.
with the
We got a swag
shape
bag
on the
for ya.
tulip there, just kind of
Ian, you are
quite
up.
what you're looking for. But very close. I think both did very well.
Yeah.
Certainly better than my
Ian
pour
and
was.
Jazz.
So,
Long-time
Ian Stewart
Rochester
and
Coffee
I mean,
Ian
I've
Jazz.
seen you pull off some really nice
You
stuff
know,
in
when
the
I'm
office
like,
here.
when the stakes
Kim
are
and
low,
Jenny are
I
on
think
deck.
That's when. So Jazz, actually, that is the wife of our very own Brian Tucker from Union Place Coffee Roasters, who just started their espresso program. So, I've competed against Jazz before, and Ian actually he has a company called Little Monster Coffee, and he actually worked here for a brief stint as well before going on for I think an engineering degree. So I think that this is going to be a pretty fierce competition as well.
All right.
So let's see what we got going on if we want to get back to our overhead cam.
Yep.
Shout out to Zach Root taking care of shots today.
Yeah, I mean,
Shout
being
out
a
to our bar
back,
back,
it's
April.
gonna be a lot of work, You're just constantly in motion, keeping those cups clean and keeping those pitchers ready to go. And actually, I can't really see, but I'm wondering, the thing that we haven't really discussed is we've sort of allowed people to choose their weapon here. There's a whole counter of different frothing pitchers behind these baristas.
Now, I didn't notice it. It said they've been selecting, or so. I didn't
they-
notice if a lot of
they
people had
came.
brought their own, because that's a thing.
Well, I mean, again, when the competition is this fierce, you do need to bring your A game and perhaps your A pitcher as well.
I see that 7-story shirt. Rest in peace.
All right.
All right.
The Zero is a great choice for this too. Just like any Dalla Corte machine, you have weight-based dispensing and programming. So these shots, really, you just have to push a button and they'll start and
They
stop
just-
using
yeah.
that.
All right, milk is ready,
weight-based
pour
flow.
time.
But yeah, this is it.
Union Place versus Little Monster.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Maybe Ian's trying something a little different. But it will be for the judges to decide.
Looked like this one might have been, fairly easy to. Oh,
Fair,
you're right. We'll
perhaps,
see.
perhaps. I mean, we need
All right, what
to
do we
get
have?
that overhead cam on there and we'll really know for sure. But, I mean, actually, I don't know. We've got.
Check it
I
out.
mean, we're lacking symmetry somewhere. Where is
Judges,
that?
feel good?
That may be intentional.
Hit me.
maybe
3,
for the
2,
creating point.
1.
Okay, and yeah, sure.
And, clinches it,
Jasmine
actually.
advances.
So, I think at the
Ian,
end of the
grab
day,
your ticket. Make sure you get a
Creative
swag bag,
Force
my dude.
can get some scores, but symmetry.
Kim and
takes the
Jenny,
cake.
you are
yeah.
up next.
Not my best limerick, as it were, but.
And then after that,
A worthy attempt. Oh,
That's right. I'm here
yeah,
for the
yeah.
color commentary. So up next, we've got Kim and then Jenny.
Kim and Jenny.
So those are two baristas who are unbeknownst to me, actually. So we'll have to see what we're dealing with. But oh my gosh, I think I see Todd Salzman in the mix here.
Todd Salzman in the
Yeah.
mix. Wow, okay.
So he'll be on deck soon. You know, Todd he's like the sleeper, you know, hit, I think, as far as this competition goes. Todd practices latte art. I remember I've worked here, it was my 14th anniversary in May. I have known Todd to practice latte art for a very, very long time. So, you know, especially on a machine like this one that he's had so much experience with, I think we're in for a show.
Okay.
That's it. So.
I'll have to root for Todd maybe just a
Oh,
little.
hey, we got 'em both.
You know, we've
Kim and
spent
Jenny?
some time
And you
together.
know,
Ready to
Todd
go?
too is
Let's
another
party.
founding member of Untold Coffee Lab. So
That is true, yeah.
you know,
That was a
he
very
has
friendly,
a
competitive
lot-
handshake.
as it were. It's got the Untold logo right underneath those cups.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. I do not know Kim or Jenny, so
I was
do
going to
we
say,
know,
I do not either. And, you know, in this case, I would just say, may the best barista win.
There we go.
And, you know, we do have, obviously, some people in the chat, too, expressing, you know, we've got Andrew, we've got Zaya, I see some comments in there. Oh,
Yeah.
all the way from the UK.
Sunny
Well,
Monahan.
way to go. All right, we've got some of our international viewers.
Yeah.
They're up late watching this throwdown.
And some Dan fans, yes?
All right, let's see. See, you said some Dan fans, and I immediately think about how we've got so many Steely Dan fans back in the studio, actually. But let's take a look. All right.
That's right. We were going through our music preferences back there and trying to find something everybody
Something that
could
we
go.
all, yeah, I mean, you know, I think my taste is very eclectic. I might like
And-
one or two artists from any particular genre. All right, let's
And I'm
see.
hearing Talking
Oh,
Heads, right? That was one of my votes. Oh boy.
Kim
There
is,
we go.
Kim is
Yeah,
coming
I
with
I
some
mean, that's
heat.
so, you know,
Slightly special.
I think looks like the milk was distilled a little bit longer on this second pour here, but let's take a look.
Okay, we're. I'm not quite sure what that was,
Well,
but
you know what though? I mean, I gotta say,
You
I
know?
have major respect
Good try.
for anyone who goes up there and
Yeah.
pours because, you know, for some people,
All
they
right,
just
before
don't
we
have it
decide,
in
it's
them
gonna
to
be
compete,
Brian
and
Lila
like
next.
I said, major props to anybody who's got the nerve
And
to go up there
judges.
and do it.
whoa.
Feel good?
Got like a nice little
All right,
loop
one,
situation going on there.
Yeah, I
Two,
really like that
three.
from Tim there. Yeah.
I mean, and in that case too, that's one of those situations where I feel like the symmetry question is really brought into play because that I think was intentionally poured.
Yeah, I mean,
as,
it wasn't
you know,
supposed to be a center design. It was
no.
intentional
But I mean,
that it was
that's,
going to have
I would
that.
call that a leaf, honestly, like more so even than a Rosetta. But really interesting, really beautiful pour there.
Yeah.
And then looks like on deck we've got Brian Chang and Leela Vanacourt. So neither of those names ring a bell for me, but we do have Todd coming up, and I do see an April on there. So I wonder if April is going to be surprising us from behind the bar and coming up to pour. But
Okay.
you know, she came actually in third place at the Happy Gut Sanctuary, their New Year Throwdown. So you know, we've got some pretty talented people on deck here working for us.
Oh,
too.
I did
So
not mention. You
would
can
not be
choose
surprised if
your
April
steaming
moves
pitcher.
on
We've
to
got
the
a,
next
a
round.
library, if you will, of them back there.
So I really
enjoy.
did like that
Check
pour
it
from
out.
Kim. And again, I'm not a professional judge. I need some
Well,
training from Danilo maybe.
That's right.
But it looked like it had really nice.
All right, I'm going to be a
contrast.
little
Again,
more on
and,
you.
know,
I'm going to
wasn't-
tell you when to
It
start
didn't have
steaming.
the centered symmetry.
And I'm gonna
but
tell
it
you
had
when to
that-
Again, I feel
pouring
like
as
that
well.
was really what kind of did it for me as well because, you know, at the end of the day, sometimes just to a layperson, that incredible execution may be lost on you, but a kind of unique design, you might see that and you might say, well, you know what? That's
Yeah.
something different than I'm used to seeing. But, you know, really, again, though, that's where the judges come in and you know, you may be a little starstruck by an interesting pour, but then, you know, get brought back to earth by the judges. So.
That's right.
But all right, let's see if we can get. Okay, let's get Zach on cam there. We got some grooving
you are
going
on deck.
Yeah.
You are against Mr.
I don't blame
Todd
a man for
Salzman.
feeling the music, you know.
Well,
That zero's beautiful.
Steaming
too,
has
though.
begun.
I mean, really incredible. And Mark, maybe between rounds, we'll see if we can bring any guests to chat.
Yeah.
Now, when you finish steaming, hold on to your milk. We're going to have you pour at the exact same time. Hold on to your milk. There's got to be a better way to say that. All right, pitchers in your hands, go for it.
Interesting. So, you know, noticing too. Oh, all right, all right.
oh yeah.
Okay. You know, at the end of the day, they're both lattes.
They are, yes. They're both going to taste good, I always say.
That's right. That's right. So.
Judges, hit me. 1,
Wow.
2, 3.
I can't say I'm surprised on that one.
Ryan,
You know,
nice
a
job.
Beautiful pour.
Lila, hold on to your card.
You know,
we have
again,
a swag
like I was
bag
saying,
for you over here.
Lila being up there, anybody who goes up and competes definitely has my respect.
There's a look where we are. So far, I mean, I really like Kim's pour.
Anita
Brian's
and
pour was
Todd,
excellent.
hello.
They're right. I mean,
Well,
no
you know,
doubt about
I'm
it, one of
really,
the better ones we've
I'm
seen.
excited. We've got Todd
Sir, you're
on
pouring.
deck now,
Did you know about this?
So, Todd,
Great.
honestly, like I said, he's been practicing for a long time.
You know, he'll always be trying in front of me to do a pour, and then it just doesn't work out. But then he'll bring this one over that he did, you know, when nobody's
but
around.
Todd has also done some of the, you know, celebrity pours for some of your B-roll in a lot
That
of
is
videos
true.
too, you know. So
On deck,
unsung
Dan
I
and
think,
April.
is, his latte art skill for sure. But we'll see. We'll see what he
Dan.
brings to the counter tonight, as it were.
Now, do you know Anita at all?
I do not know
Okay.
Anita actually.
Okay.
So again, a mystery to me. So you know, undefined quantity, but we're going to find out very quickly. All right. Pictures are up.
Todd may have used this machine a few
He
times, right?
seems to be executing with practiced familiarity. And then Andrew,
Very
we
focused
may
there.
have
Todd
some-
is. I know he sounds good. Just got to focus.
He does.
Yeah.
You know what? It's very important that you do. And it looks like actually over at the judges panel, Gary may be.
Oh no, I think you're seeing us.
Oh, I'm seeing us in the past. That's very confusing. Very confusing. Alrighty. Let's go back to the full screen. I think that'll be good. All right. Anita's looking pretty good there. There are a lot of stacks on that latte. So I think we're about to find out who Anita is, Mark.
I think we are. And now that's contrast.
See, there's
right?
a lot more contrast on that one. Todd's is much more
right.
mixed, much more blended.
Judges, how do
Yeah.
you feel?
You know, the execution on Anita's
All
down
right, is
at
Todd
the
getting
base
fired
is
or not?
obviously a little off. I
1,
think Todd's is a little more
2,
symmetrical.
3.
Yeah.
But,
Oh.
you know,
Oh, Todd, I'm
Fired.
sorry.
there either though. You know, but the question is this our very
Hey,
own
Todd,
April?
hold on to
Because,
that. We have a swag
Latte
bag
Love
for
does
you.
have a chance for redemption if April
Oh, that's
is
right.
pouring.
We have
So,
April coming
we
in.
do
right?
have April.
So there's where we stand so far.
You know, she's got a nickname around the office too, taken from one of our favorite espresso machines.
And that is
Call her Quick Steam.
Quick Steam.
All right.
So,
Dan and April.
PropTech
Hey,
Pro
April works
600
here.
with the Quick Steam valves on.
Our bar back against Dan.
But yeah, April is serious business.
Emma and
I'm
Chloe,
looking forward
you
to this
are
one.
on deck.
Feeling the beat too, you know. It's pretty groovy. And you know, now that we did our own throwdown, we could contribute some suggestions to the DJ, which is always
Yeah.
nice. So.
Now, do you
And
know
then
Dan
after
at all?
Emma
We got
and
Dan,
Chloe,
that's
we're
a
gonna
Flint
draw
race?
some raffle prizes. Hi, Sean.
No, actually.
Okay.
We're gonna draw some raffle prizes, and then Zach's gonna take over the mic, and it's gonna get a little more strict.
All right.
All right. Is she gonna quick
Getting
steam?
started. I mean, I feel like with the power on that 0,
Yeah.
it's hard not to. I think my parents even got a little cameo in this live stream too.
Oh,
Trying to
awesome.
see if they're still in the party zone over there. But let's see. Yeah, April actually she's got a Synchronic at home, so she's used to working with some serious steam power also. But alrighty,
All right.
let's see what we got. Got a lot of snacks, but you know,
The body
April's
language
pour
is a
is
little,
in.
I'm not super happy with this out of April, I think.
I mean, we're gonna see what the points tell us. But I am seeing a very nice latte from Dan as well. So
Dan's pour is in.
You know, all these decisions have come very quickly, and
they do come quickly. You know, you put it in front of the judge, and basically,
yeah.
Judges, count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now there is a lot going on here, right? And
Man, nice
a whole
job.
lot going on there with like a very intense.
April, we
base.
might have a swag bag, even though you work here. All right.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
the amount of fine lines you had up in the top there, right?
Yes, and I
Emma
mean, you
and
know,
Chloe.
one thing too is,
Hello,
especially
hello.
if you're watching from home and you're thinking like, oh my God, how am I ever going to do that? Imagine pouring these every single day for your job. You got a lot of time to practice.
A lot of them.
You know,
Yeah.
so if one isn't perfect, you're probably going to pour another like 50 lattes throughout the course of the day. So you got quite a few opportunities to practice. Whereas if you're just making the coffee to drink at home, right?
Yeah.
You may not be pouring as many. So, all right, let's see. But on deck for our final round of the first round here, we've got Chloe and Rachel. Right.
You bet.
April's right back to her bar backing
back.
duties, taking her elimination in stride.
Yeah.
All right.
Just so y'all know,
Looks like, you know, it's kind of
this
interesting.
whole thing
too,
is being
seeing how
live
people
streamed on our YouTube channel
interact
right
with
now.
machines,
Oh, hi,
so, you know,
Gabby.
getting a sense for
And
who, you know,
I doubt they
knows
can hear me.
machines
They
and
got
who
their
doesn't.
inner ear monitors
But, you
on,
know,
but I
what's
want to
actually
shout
in
out
the
Mark
brew zone tonight,
and Nick
too,
over
I'm
there.
So,
Yeah, that's right. We
They're
do
doing the
have
live
over on the
commentary. You
side
can
here,
look this
a
up
few
on
machines
YouTube
set
at
up
home
and
when you're done. You
for
can watch the whole
brewing
thing
for
again.
people and
that's
showing
right.
them.
You know, we got a
But with-
lot of people
but with their
asking if
commentary.
they can come in and get hands-on with the machines, and you know, people show up. Obviously, we'll let you in.
And this
but,
song goes out to Nick.
you know, we don't necessarily have a showroom, so the brew zone is a really great opportunity for people who, you know, want to get hands-on with some equipment more than just looking at it on the internet. Definitely a lot of fun over there. We got Missy from our sales team running the brew zone, and I saw Tony from Fuego, obviously, over there doing a little demo on that go, hoping maybe he'll be taking one home this evening.
Yeah, oh, right.
Yeah, so, I mean, not a bad plan, right? You think you're intending on winning it, so just getting a little hands-on action with it. But yeah, all right,
All right, here we go.
getting ready to pour. Okay. All right.
Chloe's is in. Emma's is in.
There we go. yes. A saucer for every cup. Ah!
Oh, now where are you?
Judges, 1, 2, 3.
And you know, so actually
Emma,
I
congrats.
recognize Mello. So
Chloe, make sure
Mello
you
is
trade
one of
that
two
in for a
coffee
swag bag.
shops owned and operated and registered by Fuego
Congratulations,
Coffee Roasters.
y'all.
So Emma is a pupil of Tony, it would seem. So we're going to see some serious Fuego representation here in our second round.
Very good. So we're gonna go down
All
to
right.
we got 12
Hey, that's
left.
the end of the first round.
Yeah, so
We're going to do raffles in
oh
just a
man,
second.
Fifi and Zaya
But first,
in that
here's our winners
head-to-head.
for
I
round
think it's
one.
gonna be
Yai
some
Fei.
fireworks to start round 2 with, Mark.
Zaya,
Yeah.
Adam, Tony, Billy, Jenna, Jazz, Kim, Brian, Anita, Dan, and Emma, you all won first round. Congratulations.
Alrighty. Yeah,
All
looks
right.
like our
On
bracket
deck,
ended.
when we start round 2, Yai Fei and Zaya, you're going to be up against each other. I'm going to hand it over to Zach. We're going to give away some raffles, so get out your raffle tickets.
Oh. I have to be responsible. My parents did give me their raffle tickets, so I need to make sure I'm not a winner.
Okay. So there is a look at
Actually going to switch that up a little bit, and we'll let you know
bracket.
what that is shortly.
All right, so Mark.
But first
I mean,
off,
do you have
we're going to
any
start getting into
favorites,
raffles. And also
going
after
into
this,
round
I'm
two?
going to be taking over the mic. Things are going to get a
let's
little
see.
more
Well, I
strict.
made notes for
You will be
Kim,
timed.
Brian, and
I'll tell you
Dan.
when to pour, and we will judge you a little more critically now. So make sure you have your cups nice and pretty, everything pretty even, and we're going to go from there. But before that, I'm going to walk on over there for raffles as I come through the crowd. All right, so we already have our first ticket pulled for the Sea Breeze prize package. I believe we have some Delta Sonic car washes, bunch of fun little stuff in there. There's an oil change. I believe that's like a $75 package right there. So
I need that.
I have ticket number 342433. All right, we got a winner. Woo! Okay.
Oh, I am in fact not a winner.
All right, so I'm going to check your ticket. 3-3. Perfect. Proud owner of a new car. Not really. Okay. So, next up, we do have our very own Whole Latte Love gift basket. Nice and pretty. All right, so we have a couple different coffees in here. We have a little mug made by Camelback, 3 of our single origins, and our coffee blend. Cool, pretty cool. All right, so 342200.
But yeah, I think, you know,
Anyone?
it's a really serious pour.
342200.
Yeah, I think though we really only saw, like I said, going into.
All right, we have a winner.
Where we're gonna start seeing some deviation when it comes to the decision making, because. Again,
All right, so we have a
really are
nice
kinda
wine
refining to
package,
the most serious
actually put
competitors
together by our very own
Yeah.
Vinny here. A very nice wine connoisseur that we have right in here in-house.
yeah,
And this one's going to include some stuff that Vinny's going to let you know. 'Cause I have no clue. All right, so that's going to be a 342273. Anyone? 342273 for a nice basket of wine. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull again. Unless we have the ticket. Yep, nope, no one? Oh. Where'd it go? Ending in 7-3. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. You have a new basket of wine. Yes. Our very own wine. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do this one last. So this isn't the exact grinder. It's actually gonna be the newer version. It's a grind by weight W75 from Eureka. We just have this one as a placeholder. It is the one that is behind bar.
I did.
Just so you know.
Well,
so
I
nice
did the Adam. I did
grind by
the
weight.
65.
That's
All right, so
Well,
we're
we
going to
do
switch on
have
over
a
to
Adam
view
75.
of
You
that.
know, the W grinder's
Grinder,
incredible,
yeah.
I think. Weight-based grinding really
I mean, that has really taken off with some nice
it's
units.
taken off, and I think it's just uncharted territory yet to be explored when it comes to opportunities in product design, for sure.
I mean, I remember seeing the Ratta 270 WI. Like,
Latte
I don't know, that was like
270
8-9 years ago when
I
that
mean,
came out.
yeah, you know, I'm surprised that it was solo in that category for such a long time, you know.
Yeah. But now to see some of these more, you know, prosumer level sort of build qualities.
That's
come
right,
out.
you know, machine grade, as you like to say,
Yes,
when it comes to
machine
all
grade.
metal housing, you know, made in Italy.
Yes.
You know, the Mignon Libra was just insanely popular when that launched, and I think the
Yeah.
Atom is really just giving you, and that's what they're using tonight, the Atom 75, just that much, you know, more durable, high-speed design, much more rugged.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know what, Mark,
Yeah.
let's see if we can get Andrew to cut back to us.
Hey, there we
and, you know, I think that, honestly, too, that Atom 75, like, I'd be happy just winning that if I was competing and I got a raffle victory, too. Just a really great grinder, honestly.
You're looking for it, yeah. So again, we're down to 12.
We are down to 12, which is, you know,
So
only
get a
6.
little more intensity here, a little
I,
more.
I think that that's really what we're going to see again is just sort of people, if they weren't feeling the heat before, I would say that this may be where, you know,
I mean, if you're anywhere in the Northeast today, you know it's kind of hot, right?
it's definitely pretty hot, you know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we're not pouring outside.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know, yeah, I would say that, you know, I'm wondering, though, if we're going to see more experimental pours going into this round, if we're going to see people trying to do something a little more daring, or if we're going to see some doubling down on, you know, some
The tried and true.
the tried and true. Exactly. So,
Stick with what I know best, what I can do well. And
absolutely. Well, and I mean, again, you get one shot at it, so it's sort of like risk it all on, you know, flight of fancy, or actually, you know, do a serious pour. So.
That's right.
But, you know, do we ever have you on camera pouring latte art?
Me?
Yeah.
You're putting me on the spot. Nick, I've been very clear in my videos that I do not do the latte art.
You know,
So
perhaps,
I don't know if you remember, so I'm going to go back to Gail, maybe?
I'm not sure I know who that is.
Well, if you know who Gail is, you know, you've been in coffee for a little while, but she's since retired, but she was very
yeah.
clear. She did not do art.
Yo, nice win.
I mean,
I can't pretend that I'm, you know, a latte artist myself.
no.
All right, we're getting back to the action. So.
Back to the action, okay.
Alrighty, so first now we got Yifei versus Zaya in this first competition of the second round.
I'm trying to remember Zaya's pour. Do you?
You know, I remember it was
Yifei
pretty
came
good.
out strong, right?
Yeah,
You
they
had a
both
pretty
came out
decent
pretty
pour.
strong as far as that's concerned.
So we'll see how
you know,
we do
I
there.
think we're going to, like I said, start to see some serious refinement going on in this round. But you know, for the people who are still going on, definitely familiar with Tony, Billy, Jazz. Jenna, like I said, I've seen before. You know, so we've got some familiar faces amongst the competitors tonight to me. So, you know, like I said, though, you can be friends with everyone, but there can only be one winner.
That's right. All right.
All right, and let's see. Let's take a look at the action, Andrew. Let's get us back on the bar there, just so we can see. I see we've got Todd making a cameo appearance back there, and he's chatting with Andrew or with April and Z. So. Yeah, so, you know.
So I don't know.
looks like Zach's coming back out. He's got his microphone. Is he heading over to the judges? Let's take a look at our judges. We haven't seen them in a minute. You know, I think they're probably calibrating. If we want to get the cam on the judges for us, we'll see. You know, if they've had a moment to.
Hey, just so you know, we're selling some Whole Latte Love merch right over there as well.
I mean, Mark, you know, that's a question, right? It's like,
if you're interested in applying at Whole Latte Love, go find Megan. She's out right over there.
If you are the odd man out, pointing as it were, you know, I think is that a faux pas? Do you feel embarrassed?
I believe it is.
Or like, are you a defiant deviation? You know what I mean? Where it's like, nope, I was right.
You know, I think you're going to catch it from the other two. I think that's what's going to happen. A little after the fact.
It's possible. You know? So I am hoping to see, you know, some dissent in round 2. I think that will make things a little more interesting. So, getting ready for our next leg of the competition.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got Ife and Zaya coming up in our, you know, first head-to-head of round 2. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is the first annual Whole Latte Love Latte Art Throwdown. We've got a lot of great local competitors tonight, plenty of sponsors as well, if we want to throw our sponsors up there on the screen. But, you know, competing for prizes from ECM Profitec, we've got the Profitec Go and Profitec T64 grinder going with our grand prize, you know, first place winner this evening. Got some Gaja equipment for second place with that Gaja Classic Evo Pro and the MDF 55. Third place is a really impressive brew package from Varia Brewing and Brewista. We've got scales, we've got kettles, we've got a really cool grinder that can become a hybrid manual and electric grinder. So, you know, really a lot at stake here. And, you know, if this were a dance-off,
all right, so we're
think
switching this up a little bit. So we're going into our next round. And
you know, you mentioned that grinder. I really am excited to see the Varia products. We started working with them.
So it's going to be Yafai.
Yeah, you know, I was
Billy.
immediately impressed by the designs. And, you know, I think that for a hand grinder, too, to have something with that hybrid design, that's the first time I've ever seen anything quite like that. I know sometimes people take power drills and attach them to their, you know, hand grinders.
Yeah, I think
this is, you know,
much more elegant.
Yeah, a little bit less
you know,
chop shoppy than that as a solution.
Yeah. Okay, Zach's gonna talk.
All righty.
All right, I think.
Looks like we're wrangling some baristas.
I know he was around here somewhere.
All righty, so. Billy. I can see Tony feeling the beat.
Tony's ready to go.
Oh yeah. All right, looks like there's maybe some discussion going on with the judges as well. We've got a winning shirt. So I think we've got
all right,
Billy.
so competitors, let's go ahead and get into your positions.
All right, and let's see if
This
we
round's
can
going to be
get,
pretty
the
similar.
cam
Go
back
ahead
on
and
the
pick which
competitors.
side you'd like. All right.
There we go.
There we go.
Round 2 officially starts. I think we've got a change of tone in the music, so
And competitors, go ahead and get your milk. I'm going to be going ahead and telling you when you can start steaming on this one. So it's going to be a little bit different. So it's going to be kind of timed on this. So speed is kind of key going forward.
This evening is not neutral, so everybody tonight is going to be pouring with not neutral cups. So they're really nice. I actually have a.
How are our judges doing over here? Danilo, how are you doing?
Drip coffee. I love them. They're available.
I need coffee.
Probably.
Oh, I think we could do that.
14 or so.
We might be able to
colors,
do that.
So
I really like,
Kristen?
of course, you know, I'd be using them in our videos all the time.
Martini, though.
Really, some of the nicest designs out there.
All right, Gary, how are you doing?
between both the ceramics
Very
and the
hard
glass.
just watching this without actually drinking them. So we're maybe the last one, I'll take it, the winner, and I'll drink it before he knows it.
So.
Okay, how about that? How about we make Gary a latte on this one, so he can actually drink it. So this one will be judged in multiple factors.
Oh, I guess Gary.
All right,
needs his
competitors
latte,
ready?
Thirst to be quenched.
Go ahead
Gary,
and steam.
You'll choose one of these to drink as well.
Okay.
But yeah, round 2 has begun.
And next up on deck we have Lily and Tony. Lily and Tony.
Like I said, Tony's been spending a lot of time with that Prop Tech Go back there, so he's probably got his sights set on first place, if I had to guess. I mean, don't they all?
All right. Our shots coming up sometime.
Okay. Already we've got.
All right, we have
round
2 big hitters
Starting with some
here.
Fireworks here.
Let's see how many stacks and
A
whipples
little
they
Them
got.
up
asymmetry
there.
but still beautiful design.
Oh boy, this is going to be a tough
See,
one.
This may be one of those.
This
split
is going to be a big one.
All right,
judges, I am going to actually give you more time to
picked
deliberate
mine.
this
I
round.
picked mine too. Let's
So
see.
when you are ready,
And,
let me know.
You and I
and I'll
can
give you a
point
3,
at
2,
the
1,
screen and
and
we'll see
point.
which one of us, if we're in sync or not, you know.
Now, I could give you another option too. So if you want to allow them both to pass, they will take on the top 3 that move on. So instead of doing a top 3 round, they can then compete in even matchups. And that's going to be available
taking their time here, huh?
from now on out.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're letting Zach say his piece before.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Judges,
All right, let's see, Mark. You and I are going to point too.
Okay, here we go.
are we ready?
Try not to smack your screen.
All right, and then if you don't want to choose one, don't point. All
I
right,
don't want to choose one. I don't
3,
like that.
2, 1.
What? You had some
All right, so we
dissension
both
here.
passed. So we will go through this. We're going to go through a semifinal round with you guys competing against the top 3.
Yeah, we're going to have
Okay?
to get some clarification.
I only
on
saw
this.
2 fingers in there.
I only saw 2 fingers. You know, Latte. Judging Latte is dangerous, though. You know,
You are up.
you offend the wrong person, and you may be going home 1 digit short.
And I saw 2 fingers pointing at 2 different cups.
All right,
did, yeah,
on
so-
So
deck.
I'm not quite sure.
We have Billy
Did you hear?
and
I did
Jenna.
not hear, I think
Billy and
we
Jenna
are
on
being,
deck.
Kept on the edge of our seats as well.
Alrighty. And make sure you are in your positions. I will
Alright,
say
so-
go when you can go ahead and
Tony
steam.
is back up again.
Competitors ready? And go.
All right,
Here we go.
let's see what we're
I
working
feel like
with.
you're pulling for Tony and his.
I mean, I take no sides
Okay.
in these competitions, of course. But if I know you, you know, there's there may be some favor for you.
Okay.
But you know, I think honestly, like I said, major respect for everyone who's competing. We're seeing some amazing pours tonight, amazing baristas. You know, really, I think events like this are what help bring the community together. So, Tony again though with his stealth.
All right.
pours.
Oh yeah, he's gonna
Just
hide it from
off
us. isn't he?
camera.
Starting on our pour. Tony working on those bubbles.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Well, I
right.
moved it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Maybe
was
just get
working
hat brimmed
on-
out here a little bit, but no.
Yeah, I heard Zach saying working on those bubbles. You know, so again, making sure the canvas is right for pouring. You know. So okay, all right.
Oh,
boy.
and Lily coming up first.
Yeah, again, you know, like I said.
All right,
round
placement
2.
around the same time.
when the
See that
heat
presentation,
cranked
judges? So again, we're looking at every dimension of this presentation. So if it is underfilled, that does count against it.
So Lily is actually.
All right, judges, are we ready? All right, judges, 3, 2, 1.
That's your rod.
All right, so Lily moving
takes
on
it.
to the
Lily
next
does take it. It's in descent,
round.
actually.
Tony,
You know?
Well, I was a little surprised. We did have a
Tony,
split
don't
decision
forget your
there.
little slip.
Yeah, I mean, like I
And
said,
Lily,
though, in
here you
round
are.
2, that's
Perfect,
when
and then you can go
that
ahead
sort
and
of thing starts happening a lot more frequently, are those split
All
decisions.
righty.
So,
That's right.
Next on the
you know,
bracket.
to see Tony knocked out, I am a little surprised.
Billy
but
and
again,
Jenna,
really, it
are we
just
ready?
comes down to the power of the points. And
We're not ready.
In this
Billy
case,
had a
I
tough
do
fight
think there
last
was
time.
a little bit of asymmetry on
Okay,
that. With,
Don't be scared. We're
some
all-
of
we're
the,
all okay.
You know,
It's just live streamed
flourish
and
at the top there.
in front of
yeah,
all your
you know,
friends
I
and
think
family.
That those
Yeah.
sorts of things make a big difference. All right, so who do we have on deck now? We've got Billy and Jenna.
Billy and Jenna.
All right, so we've got Hydra versus Working Class. So the Greek mythical creature versus the everyman, as it were. You know, are we going to see some?
All right,
Who was it,
competitors, you
Hercules?
have your milk. You are in
Down
position.
Hydra in Greek myth?
It looks like
So,
Jenna has the inside.
okay, so
Billy has the outside.
our baristas
All
are
righty,
taking
competitors
position.
ready.
Let's get our cameras up.
There we go.
And go.
All right. Billy finishes first, though not too much sooner.
All right, we have Billy ready to go.
All
With
right.
that ECM pitcher, too. Shout
Great
out to our
barmanship,
sponsors,
too.
ECM and
Everyone's
Profitec, for
clean,
that
perfect,
number
they're all
one
done.
prize of a Profitec Go and
Now, you
grinder.
see when you do that initial pour in, there's a lot of,
We'll be pouring
yeah,
latte
we'll
that's
give a
all
little
day.
cup swirl, and
Yeah,
then some
you're
do
trying to
not.
keep your canvas, you know, good. You're trying to build your
All
base
right,
in
let's
there.
see what
You
they
wanna
got
make sure that
going.
you haven't, you know, disturbed things too much. Interesting.
I mean, a darker
Billy
canvas
shaking his
overall is going
head
to help with your
for no reason.
It will help.
contrast,
I mean,
right?
I think
Billy making
that,
his way.
I think Billy's going to clinch this one.
Right behind Jenna. All right. That's a round right there, tell you what. All righty, I'm going to go ahead and get out of the way as much as possible.
I'm
not sure.
All right, judges, are we ready?
I'm leaning Jenna here. I guess
3,
we'll find
2,
out.
1. Jenna moving on to a fantastic round. All right. And next
A little, I
up,
mean, Billy didn't really have the symmetry that I was
going to
looking
say,
for.
I think it was
but-
a little shaky. Now you've got
we
obviously
have Jazz
the
and
star next
Kim.
to Kim. You know,
Yes.
Jazz
this was,
and
A
Kim.
barista to watch, I think, is what that meant.
Yes, one to watch.
Those are good asterisks. So, but you know,
And then
got
let's
those for our
also
next
say,
three groupings.
Brian
So
and
that's
Anita,
right.
you
I
are
was
on
very
deck.
impressed with
So
Jazz's
Brian
score
Chang
That's
as
okay.
well.
and Anita.
So, you know, I think that we should brace ourselves for.
But for right
something
now,
exciting.
we have Jazz
Okay.
and Kim. All right, competitors. Yep, you are all
Still lots of
set to
action
go.
in the brew zone too. Love to see it.
All right, Jazz and Kim. Which side do we want?
Yep, there.
Take a look here.
Is that Tony over there
That
looking
is
over
Tony
at
over there in the
the?
brew zone. Taking a look at the Synchronica. It looks
Okay.
like.
All right, Jazz, you are going on the inside.
All right.
Kim, outside.
Starting up.
All right, here we go.
All right, competitors in your position. I'd hate to interrupt this song, but the round has to go on. So, competitors, are you ready? All right,
There we go.
go.
All right, let's see what we got going on here.
And just another shout out for John for just being such an amazing, like, first round MC and DJ. All of it. The great haircut, too.
It's my 4th week here. I can't believe you guys gave me a mic.
Sometimes me, too. No. Just kidding. We love you.
All right.
All right. Yeah, indeed.
All right. Brian and Anita on deck. First up, we have Jazz and Kim fighting it out
in that last
to stay
round,
alive
so,
in second
I
round.
feel like, out of respect for that victory, she'll probably
Sounds pretty
be
dark.
my,
Staying
favorite
alive
for
in
the
the second round. We got it, Kim. All right, Kim first up with the pour.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, for those speed rounds.
In that first round, only to.
And we have Jazz coming up right behind.
Repeat that same success
with that pour. So. All righty, judges. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Jazz on to the next round. And then Kim, don't forget your
I got a vague
swag
maple
bag.
leaf out of Kim's pour, but Jazz
All right,
yeah,
to go on.
What I will say too is Jazz does have a bit of an advantage. I know at Union Place Coffee
Kim,
Roasters,
you can't forget
they did just install a
the
Dalla
swag.
Corte espresso machine, so
she's had some work
I
with
think
it.
a little bit more hands-on time with that Dalla Corte steam power. That
Brian and
multi-boiler
Anita, you are up
So
to go.
Yeah, so,
all right.
Yeah, I mean, we've only got 2 more pours.
Gives you the possibility of having 2 different temperatures.
All right, and
That's
on
right.
deck
More
we
than 2
have
if you've
Dan
got 3
and
groups,
Emma.
But yeah, so that's basically multiple groups. Each group is its own independent boiler, and then you have a massive service boiler for all your
This is gonna
steaming
be a big
and hot
round.
water. So really ingenious.
Brian and
design.
Anita,
It
2
is.
heavy hitters.
Let's see. We've got our baristas on deck here. But yeah, Brian.
I'll
I
actually
recall
give
his
you a
pour
countdown
being
to a
really
3, 2,
something
1
else.
steam.
So,
Yes.
Or 3, 2, 1 go, whichever you prefer.
Let's see what we got going on.
He was one of my picks to go deep.
He was one of your picks, and I think he grabbed it. Oh, that's it. Is who's making it to the end?
All righty, competitors in your positions, ready to go. All right, 3,
Right,
2, 1.
I lost one of
steam.
my 3, so
You still have
I still have 2.
a horse in this race. Again, too, just really love the design of the Zero. Love those steam valves, those huge levers. Just really cool.
Anita really
beautiful
controlling
machine.
that steam.
And I mean, they're frothing so fast too, they're done even before their shots are finished.
Yeah.
Ready for pour at the same time.
All right, let's see. Oh, I'm seeing something amazing from Brian already.
Yeah.
But Anita's keeping us in suspense here. But,
All right.
Man, I may be a believer already.
Getting out of the way here.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
And competitors ready at the same
We
time.
turned up the heat.
All right.
Oh,
And
I feel like
judges.
that's what I remember from.
Let's go ahead and
his
look at
last
those
pour,
cups.
Right? Just all the.
Are we
really
ready?
fine lines.
All right, judges. 3, 2, 1. Brian moving on to the next round.
I can't say I'm too shocked by that
I
outcome.
need to go ahead and
but really
turn that
both
in
incredible
for a
pours,
swag
to be honest with
bag
you.
and a very good pour.
Sorry.
And let's not forget that we still do need Gary.
We've got a
Gary's
judge on the
latte
loose.
over
Judge
there.
on the loose.
That's
yeah.
right, yeah. But yeah, we're on to the last.
We're just giving the judges a
round coming
break
up
really
here,
fast
Last pouring
while
of
we
this
get
round
competitors
between Dan
into
and
the next
Emma,
position.
I think Emma snuck in there. That's one of Mello's baristas. So, we still could see Fuego Mello making it into the finals. Who knows? But Brian there, I think he may be
It's
the
gonna be
barista
tough,
to
huh?
beat when it comes to this competition. I think there may be a go with his name on it.
Nice job.
This is it's really heating up though. I think
It is.
We didn't have as much dissonance as I would expect though. Going into this round, we're still seeing more unanimity between the judges You know, which is to be expected, but also, you know, sometimes you get that stray finger and you're just sort of like, huh?
What happened?
What's going on?
What did you see that they didn't see? You know,
What's that?
what did that one judge see that the other
You know,
two
I
didn't?
mean, and that may be a great question to ask after the competition. Is just sort of, you know, what were you thinking? You know, is it a what were you thinking, or is it what were you thinking? You know? So, but yeah, you know, I mean, at this point, how many people we're gonna have left? We've got 2, 3.
So we're coming down to,
Six competitors,
Yeah, 6.
And actually, you know, I think that'll be all right. It's the final 3. There's only, you know, first, second, and third place. So it'll be curious to see.
So it looks like we're going to go one more round is what I'm gathering?
We're going to have to, yeah, I mean, let's see if maybe I can grab Zach,
How could that be?
actually.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
The judges had their nice break. Thank you again, judges. All right,
There's
moving
our-
on to the
okay.
next round. Let's go ahead and
going-
have our competitors in position. Ready to go.
Dan and Emma, show us what you got.
All right. We have Emma on the inside, Dan on the outside. Alrighty, competitors
Mark, do you think
ready?
We'll get Latte this evening.
You know, I
Alrighty.
don't think so. Maybe after
So I'm
this
going to
show.
give you a
Yeah, perhaps
3,
after.
2, 1, and speak.
Yeah. No one's thought of us either, though. No one's brought us one.
What's your cutoff time? Do you have a cutoff time at night for?
You know, that's a really good question. I mean, having worked here as long as I have, my caffeine allowance
The focus.
is pretty
The
steep.
intensity.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm usually like,
amazing
you know,
song.
after 5 o'clock, unless it was like a Friday, Saturday, I'm out to dinner or something and having a little
Sure, so
something
you need a
after
little more
that.
gas in the tank, obviously,
Yeah.
for, you know, late night activities. All right, let's
Both
see
to the
though.
board.
All right. Dan is pulling something together. All right, you know.
Okay.
So,
A little more intricate from Dan.
All right, first up,
yeah. So,
Dan falling right behind.
So that's a tough goal, right?
that is a tough call, yeah. You know, so can we
Hopefully it
call
doesn't
Will
come
there
that
be a
close.
split decision from the
I
judges?
don't
right.
know. Let's see.
Judges, are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
Whoops.
All right, Dan, moving
Dan,
on
Dan, take
to
it
the
with a
next
little more.
round.
Dan, nice job.
Okay.
All right,
Alrighty,
So-
pretty serious.
I had Dan in
continue
my
on.
pool too. So
Oh, of course, of course.
and chosen at random, we has.
Nice job, Emma.
Yeah,
So we'll
yeah.
have
The
Yafei
swag
versus
bags, too.
Lily.
The further you
Yep.
get, they are getting more. and
Chosen
more
at
serious
random
in terms
from
of the, swag. We've got stuff
our
from
previous
BWT.
match.
Hollander chocolate actually too gave us some stuff. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
ever tried that. Very delicious chocolate sauces, powdered mixes, things like that. So, you know, I'd be happy to take some of that and give it a shot. Now, let's see. So we've got 6 competitors left.
I didn't. We need some info.
So
There.
we've got to just see. I think Zach will.
So we
clue
have
us in.
Lily and Yafei.
So we've got Lily and okay, actually it was Yafei who won. Okay, so Lily and Yafei
Competitors
for
ready?
Okay.
First pour of the 3rd round. Are you, okay. And then we've got Jenna and Jazz, and then Brian and Dan.
No, you can do the 4.
I'm curious because of the number of entrants here. What?
Well, I'm curious too if the number of syllables is going to spell out our victors here. We've got Jazz and Dan, each with 1, and then we've got 2 syllable names for everyone else. So, does that spell trouble for any of our competitors?
On deck, we have Jenna and Jazz.
So let's see what we've got going on here.
All right, competitors in your positions. And 3, 2, 1, steam.
And again, that's Yifei's personal pitcher. You know, that's one without a handle. I don't know if we sell anything like that, but you know, I often find when I'm holding a pitcher, I'll keep my left hand actually under it. I don't hold the handle at all.
You do not.
I do not.
Again, a big
you're
shout
a
out to Not Neutral
bottom
for
cupper?
supplying us with all these mugs.
I mean, you know,
Not
good way to
neutral.
tell how hot you're getting to, but
They're pretty not neutral. Making
bottom
amazing
cupper, you
glassware.
called that. I'll have to remember that one. That's sort of like aerial tamping,
bottom,
which
yeah.
I coined the other day. Where you
Aerial
try
tamping.
to tamp without bracing your portafilter against the counter. All right. Okay. So we're seeing some good action from Yifei there. And in this case, it looks like Lily is keeping us in suspense.
First up to present
Interesting. Okay.
A little more.
with a great stack, some Whipples. All right, next another
the
great
Whipples.
stack.
The Whipples.
All right, judges, are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
And that was a unanimous decision from the judges. I think I
And
saw
thank you,
Gary's finger
Lily.
lingering there a little bit.
Go ahead
maybe,
and turn this
to
in.
add some emphasis.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
A little drama, as it were.
A little drama, exactly, yeah. So, you know, I did
All right,
chat
Yifei
with,
moving on
Jenna
to the
a
next
little bit,
round. Again, he was chosen at
before
random
That
to compete in this
Andrew
round,
was Yifei
and
who
he
won.
still moves on.
We're looking to add that to the bracket there.
Yeah.
Yifei just won, Andrew, if you want to throw that into the bracket.
Jenna and Jazz, are we ready
So we got our Jays
for your
going
next
head to head.
Jay's
round?
going at it.
You know, I talked to
Jenna and Jazz.
actually at the beginning of this competition, and you know, I think
All
she
right,
was
we're
like,
ready
oh,
for
man,
you.
Got some serious dudes up there, but you know,
All right, do we
she's really
have
been,
Jazz?
pulling out all the stops.
So it sounds like. Who are you pulling for here?
You know what?
And
I
just
feel
while we're
like
waiting
just to
for
prove it to
Jazz,
yourself,
just another
May the
like-
best Jay win?
shout out
May
to
the
our
best Jay
sponsors,
win.
BWT,
Yes,
Eureka,
but, I
Profitech,
may be Team Jenna in
Varia,
this case.
Barista Magazine, Hollander. Oh, Jazz, we found you. I almost had to go through all of our sponsors.
All right, so
That's
who's
a
your
long
favorite
list.
then, Mark?
And also,
I've
Pittsburgh
really liked,
Dairy, giving
I
us
think
all
I've
this
liked
milk
the
for this
Faith
competition
Force.
today.
I've liked,
Big
For
shout out to
years.
Pittsburgh Dairy.
both my
Years
Brian
been
and
great
Dan are
sponsors
both.
of
They're
the
going to come up
Throwdowns,
head
just
to
like
head.
Latte
So
Love.
I think that's the one I'm really looking
Almost
forward to.
every
See
single
who,
throwdown
goes
that's
out
ever
that way.
happened in Rochester has been sponsored by Whole Latte Love. Very much appreciated by the whole community.
Thank you, John. Now Whole Latte Love himself. Alrighty, competitors ready? All right. And 3, 2, 1, go.
So it begins. See, but Jenna, she's working with a Dalla Corte Zero at working
Also, another
class.
shout out to
So-
Mark and Nick, live streaming this whole entire thing, streaming this all together.
Got a
They
little
do
shout out.
care.
Huh?
I
Really
really
keep
do
us
care. Yeah, no, I think we're having a lot of fun here. Mark, when's the last time we streamed together? When's the last time we were on camera together? It's
Last
been too long.
fall, maybe December sometime.
I don't know. Sometimes I get in those videos, and then in the comments, people are like, "Is Mark okay?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I didn't do that bad, huh?"
No.
So-
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Brian and Dan on deck, just so you know.
I'm not so sure about that. That's when you run out. That was running out of milk right there. You know.
Yeah.
Is basically.
All right, and we have Jenna
Couldn't
first
finish
up with her
pouring
pour.
through.
A nice stack.
Jazz is looking pretty good. Maybe a little off.
I've got 5 stacks there.
Yeah, not a bad pour.
All right, we have
Gently bring
Jazz
it.
carefully
Yeah.
bringing her
She used
cup
every
over
bit
for
of that cup, huh?
presentation. And making it safely and in time.
That's perilous.
All right,
I mean,
judges.
The level of fullness is
Yeah.
Tough one, guys.
You know.
Are we ready?
Ready?
I'll give you a second.
Judges, what are your thoughts? I'd like to hear your thoughts out loud, if I may.
All right, judges, how are we
I
feeling?
think that's the most considered one we've seen. Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, and we got Jazz moving on to the next round. Just a few more ripples, a little more definition.
But, I mean, you know,
Danilo, can you tell
day,
me a little bit more about
Jenna's
that pour?
cup was
Can you tell me a little bit more
less
about
filled,
why
Yeah.
that pour
and you
won?
could see that clear definition on the edge
that's
of
what
the
I
cup.
I thought the
And
symmetry was off. a little
Danilo,
bit.
again, my
She
favorite
ran out of milk
person
in the end of her
ever
pour there,
on this
you know?
planet.
So,
And also
but
an amazing
really
coffee
solid
professional.
pours all night. You know, but Jazz too. She's in deep for the final 3.
All right, so
I mean, we haven't seen anything
next
incredibly
round,
risky, right?
we have Brian and
Nothing. Everybody's
Dan
kind of sticking with.
battling it out.
I was gonna say, you know, we haven't seen anything, you know, any unicorns or Pegasuses. We haven't seen any swans.
Brian and Dan.
But you know, I think sometimes just stick to tradition and it pays off. You know. And so, who did you say between Brian and Dan, or really, are you just kind of backing both horses at this point? And kind of, you're a winner either way.
I like a guaranteed
not a
win,
bad
right?
strategy. Not a bad strategy. You know, but.
No, I like both. I like both of what they have done in the past. So I can't really.
I agree. I was going to say. So, you know, too, actually.
All right, Brian and Dan.
The patches we designed for this event are so cool too. Everyone who's participating gets a patch designed by Ellie from our graphics.
We kind of
have
thought
one
we
of
would
those
see
over
you
here,
around
though.
here, right?
You know, I can go grab one.
Finals
probably
coming up.
bring one
Yeah,
over.
yeah. Go
I'll be
grab
right
us some
back.
patch.
All right, Brian and Dan in positions. Competitors ready?
Yeah, there it is.
3, 2, 1, steam.
All right. Brian and Dan,
Here we go.
final head-to-head of round 3. You know, Dan has impressed
This
me,
is a
though, with
finals
some serious
level
pours.
round right here going on.
Really good.
2 amazing competitors.
And
No, I was
see,
gonna do a
he's
little,
actually transferring milk
yeah.
from one pitcher to another.
I think that's the first time we've seen that tonight, right?
You know,
don't-
unless I haven't been paying close enough
Yeah.
attention, I think so. Alrighty, let's see.
Versus.
Oh, but Brian too, though. I mean, he had to know he was ready.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't know, Mark. This is
Close. Keep
serious.
it in the
This
cup.
is I don't
All
know.
right, we have the first cup up.
I do not envy our judges for this decision.
All right, Brian and Dan. Judges. Again, this is a finals level round here. And also to continue moving on. Judges, do we need some time?
So we have a go.
Actually, yeah, you know.
We'll just go with them, right?
Yeah, we will.
All right,
I don't.
judges. 3, 2, 1. All right, and we have Brian moving on to the next round.
Ooh, I love those
On
split
the same
decisions.
wavelength.
You got that one. He did, yeah.
And it just has a little bit more definition within
But,
those lines.
You
That
know,
was it.
we were in disagreement, Mark. So,
Two
you know,
amazing
Yeah.
You
pours.
obviously pointed at Brian. I pointed at Dan.
All right.
What were you thinking there?
What's that?
So what were you thinking?
What was I thought there was just a little more intricate in the lines.
You're talking about Brian's pour.
Yes, yes.
I mean, for me, for Dan, I just feel as though, you know, I feel like the base with Brian's, obviously, to me, I just felt like I was expecting the strike through there.
Yeah.
But still really good execution in the higher echelons of this latte.
Thanks.
Got
Doc.
some water. So,
Oh, so there is that.
So there's that
pad.
patch actually. If you want to hold that up.
I don't know
So
if we
this is
can't really get a
incredible. This was
great
designed
shot
by
of it
you know Ellie from our design team there, but we've got the you know.
Oh, here, I'll just.
Phoenix.
Yeah.
So you actually, Mark,
Let's get a real close.
bring that up.
Will that work?
close. So, oh wait, oh you're to your left, Mark. Wait, no, your other left. You're going away. There we go. All right, lift that up just a little bit, Mark.
There we go. Very nice.
Incredible.
All right.
We've got that same design on our shirts too.
We are going into our last.
We got like a phoenix going into
There's
it.
a Phoenix
rounds
and
here.
then
It's a bit like a
So-
phoenix.
you know, this is a suggestion
We have
that I had because
core-
I feel like
four
baristas need some
contestants.
swag
We're
that
gonna
show
have
where they've been, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Very
Yafai
nice.
against Zaya. And then we're gonna have Jazz against Brian.
That's gonna be a toughie. Both of them.
So Zaya, I think, has
All right, so
skipped
Yafai
ahead
and
to the final
Zaya
round here. It looks
Head
like
to head.
A little warp
Okay.
action going
ready to
on.
go.
Okay. That's what we're doing?
Yeah, so I think the final four are Yafai, Zaya, Jazz, and Brian.
Brian, okay.
So, you know, I think that was the split decision, right? Where I think there was an abstention.
Way
and
back there?
so the way I think it worked out was if there was an abstention, it would
Yeah.
be treated as
And
a
thank you,
tie,
everyone,
and both
for
competitors
sticking
would
out.
make it into
I know it's a little bit
this
of a late
round.
night.
Okay.
Or at least one of them would and another would continue competing.
Alrighty. Competitors ready. 3, 2, 1, steam.
Let's see what we got going on. You know, Mark, I do feel like as the competition just gets more fierce like this,
Yeah.
like I tend to really just like, I'm like so in the zone when it comes to them frothing and pouring. This is just one of those pours where it's just sort of like a clash of the titans.
And just so you all know, this is the beginning of the semis. 4 contestants left.
All right, and see again. We've got one mystery pour and one that
Yeah.
we're watching in real time.
Yafei and
Picture
Zaya
without the handle. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
making the long walk around.
All right. I feel like I know my
Wow.
choice. But,
And
Just
we
from
have
that
that
glance,
cup
huh?
fix
You picked it up?
for that
glance,
presentation
yeah,
point
I think so.
in the lead.
Oh.
All
You know,
right.
Oh boy.
I mean, it's just
Zaya, Yafei. I'm going to give you
Very
guys a little
in there
time
for
on this
I
one.
mean, I like the.
Are we ready? Are we feeling good?
Boy, that's hard.
It's
right?
very tough. I feel
3,
like I've got my
I
mind
like
made
the
up.
2,
contrast.
1. Zaya
Oh, so-
moving on to the finals. All right, next up we have Jazz and
All right,
Brian
so and then we got Jazz and
to
Brian.
decide who is moving on.
And then, yeah, you know, this is going to be interesting. I think that, you know, Brian has just poured some consistently excellent.
He
lattes,
really
but,
has, right?
You know, Jazz too knocked out some pretty serious competitors, and like I said, that Dalla Corte experience, right?
Could
Let's
pay
see
off,
if,
huh?
if it's going to pay off or not. They'll be going up against Zaya in the, you know, in the finals. So, but.
All right,
you know,
big round
this
coming
is,
up.
we're getting there.
Jazz and
We are.
Brian.
Like, you know, it's we've had a lot of.
And another big shout out to
competition, but,
Eureka
you know,
for
it's-
these awesome grinders,
quickly
these
as it started,
W75s.
it's, drawing to a
Getting
close,
close.
you know. I'm starting to feel nostalgic here. Might have to-
Brian?
have to take that patch home with you.
Brian Chang.
Oh, I wasn't hiding that or anything. I'm assuming we
You know
have
what's
a
weird? I
couple
didn't even
more.
realize you were over
we
there.
may have a few
Yeah.
more, yes.
All right, we're ready to
Hey
go.
Zach, can you update us on where we're at? We're almost at picking 4th place, 3rd place. We're almost there.
Yes, so that last position out will go against
Listen to this.
our next position out. that will decide our third place prize, who is bringing home the Barista package. So keep in mind, who loses this round and who lost the last round will go against each other for that third place prize. So don't count them out just yet. You're gonna see some great latte art coming soon. And keep in mind that that third place prize is still amazing. So let's
Even
keep
that
this
fourth
going.
place prize is no joke, man.
Yeah, even the fourth place. All
There we
right,
go.
competitors ready.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, steam.
You know, and I think latte art too, honestly, it's an interesting sort of competition, right? Because it's kind of like, you know, you watch professional bowling, and
Yeah.
you expect that they're just going to be bowling strikes every frame. You know,
Yep.
latte art.
He can just
Totally,
kind of fall apart on you, right?
you know, yeah.
Every once in a while, we saw a couple of those.
Well,
Yeah.
but I mean, at the same time too, though, you could really vary things up if you want, right?
Yes.
Like you're not just trying to do the exact. I mean, maybe you are trying to do the exact same thing, but. So this is what I think for third and fourth place was Zach saying.
No, so I think what we're going to do here is the loser of this will go up against Ify here for third and fourth.
Ah, all right. But
And
I
then
mean,
the two
I
Wind
think,
and Zaya will go up against
you know, I think if I-
One
the
pour is
winner
in,
here for first.
and Jazz has hers in too.
Okay, so
All right, Jazz,
Let's
carefully
see.
bringing that over. All right,
okay.
judges,
Oh, well.
are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and Brian is moving on
Brian
to the
clinches it.
finals.
So it's these two guys.
All right, so before
Zaya
that,
and Brian
Jazz,
for first and second,
we still
right?
have to compete for
That's
third.
right.
So,
Exactly.
Jazz, and we have Yafei.
Yafei
Yeah, so this is
and
gonna be for third place
So
for that
Yafei
Barista package. Jazz
And Jazz, we're
Yafei
gonna
for
go ahead and
third
compete
place,
for third
and then
place
we're gonna
prize
have,
right now.
You know, Brian and Zaya in the final round for first. And
All right.
So, yeah, I mean, and what do we got again? We've got our Barista brew pack with the artisan kettle. We've got the carafe as well, the Gem Series carafe, really nice. That
And then keep in mind,
Varia
whoever
hand
loses this
grinder.
round
scale too,
will
the
take fourth
Barista
place.
Smart Scale 3, really nice.
Automatically
update.
decided. Third and fourth
Perfect for
right
espresso
now,
machines.
all on the
You know,
line.
but second and first
So
place.
whoever
are
loses
both
is
walking
fourth.
home with an espresso machine. and
Whoever loses is fourth.
yes.
Whoever
really nice,
wins,
really
you
nice
Can't be
record.
unhappy about
Correct.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, no, this is competing for third.
So this
If you
is for
win,
third.
you get
You're
third
competing
place. Math is really hard. Whoever wins this is third place. Whoever loses
Third
this
place?
is fourth.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Difference
I
between
need help
third and fourth
sometimes.
place is,
All
a
right.
heck
So
of a
no
swag
matter
bag,
what,
so.
you are
Yeah,
winners
yeah, it
in
is.
my eyes.
That's all right.
All right, our competitors ready. 3, 2, 1, steam.
All right, see the Jazz, yeah, holding the handle.
Yeah. And no handle
No
on
handle, exactly. On Yafei's picture. there.
Yafei's picture there.
I do like the pink though. You know, I've always wished that there was a pink Gaja Classic. Never got one though.
And your hat today, Masters.
You know,
you
yeah,
could
when,
match
you know,
your hat in your picture.
I do appreciate BWT's change to, you know,
Yeah.
pink as their corporate color. And I remember when I talked to them too, it was a pretty simple and honest answer, which is everyone who does water is blue. So we wanted to do something different. And you know what? Respect for that, especially because they have that pink Formula One car.
Yes.
Which looks pretty awesome.
Might have seen that fly around the track a few times.
That's right. That was a heck of a trip, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
And we've got some
Competitors
heck
ready
of a
to
lattes
present their
going on
cups.
here, too.
All right, let's see what we got here.
All right.
Well,
All right, judges. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. All right.
well, that was
And that decides
advances.
And Jazz.
one of those that didn't really,
Fourth
really work
place.
out
You are
for Jazz.
third
Okay.
place.
Third
And Jazz, you take an honorable
Well,
fourth
so now
Oh,
you
wait,
place.
that's,
see.
Nice
oh,
job.
wait, that's
Your boy
that's
Brian is gonna pull things out in this
On
Yes.
to
final
our
round here.
final throwdown between
so again,
Zaya
got the
and
Profitect Go
Brian.
and the T64 hanging in the balance. So, you know, I don't know. I don't think I've seen any visible nerves on the camera thus far, but
Not really. I mean, I see a couple companies where every once in a while competitors
Yeah,
just
you
like
know.
they got they end up with the shakes
but
there,
I mean,
or
this is for all the marbles,
it is
for all the beans.
all the beans.
Because actually, that's right. Because
And
you're
there
not
are
just getting a
some
machine. You are getting
beans
some
in that
pretty
first
serious
place package.
untold
Yes.
coffee with that machine. So I think that, yeah, I mean, if you're a little jittery, I could believe it.
Yeah.
Not because we've been getting lattes or anything, but you know. All right, let's.
All right, they are
Let's see.
there.
Thank you everyone for sticking with us this long. I know it's getting late at night here, at least for me. I feel pretty old, but it might be only 9 o'clock, but my watch died. So,
You've also been here all day.
that is true. All right, everyone. Final round. We can take our time, though time will still be key. So presentation, making sure there's no drips, no cracks, no drops. Ensure this is the best pour.
I don't know. I think we're almost.
Pour whatever you want.
We might have just
Competitors?
just enough. It looks like.
Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, steam.
I wanted a little more oomph from Zach on that steam for this last round. You know.
You want a little more oomph?
A little more oomph, yeah. But I mean, I think all the oomph is being saved for these last two lattes. You know, and I think Zaya and Brian have really, they've gone for some serious complexity
Yes.
and creativity in their designs. So, you know, if ever there were a time to flex, I
Go
would
even
say
further here. You're gonna flip. Yeah.
now is the time. We are
Competitors to
splitting
their
the
final pour,
Alrighty. You
showing
know.
us everything they
And
got.
that, we'll coin that phrase. We'll say, you know, that was a go-worthy latte after we're done here.
Making their way over.
Okay, let's take a look.
That other one.
Zaya again with that presentation.
A lot going on under that head.
Yeah,
Sorry,
there is some
Brian,
serious
with that
latte
presentation.
happening
Oh,
right
boy.
now. And perfect suspense. We should edit away so we
Yeah.
keep it a
Don't
secret.
see this.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
want.
catch a
I don't
glimpse.
want to see it until it's at the judges panel at this point.
I'm
Oh.
sweating.
All right. Again,
Alright.
this is for the
We
win.
have
For
entered
the
the
win.
animal kingdom.
Ah.
The seahorse makes an appearance.
Yeah.
All right, judges, we're going to give you a little time on this one. Brian and Zaya, amazing pours, amazing job. Judges, are we ready?
We had a little correction from Danilo
Yeah,
there.
he's checking.
Judges,
Represented the cups.
for the win.
Oh my God.
3, 2, 1. Zaya with that first place win with a nice seahorse
was it
with a
go-worthy
stack
then?
of
I mean, I would
some
say
good
that was
bubbles,
a go-worthy
winning
latte, Mark.
against that
Absolutely.
definition. And Gary has his
And,
final
you know,
latte
I mean,
to win it.
The question is, like, was he keeping
All right, the competitors,
that seahorse in
let's
his
go ahead
back
and get your
pocket?
prizes.
Like, you know,
Kind of seemed like he maybe
Hey, nice
that
job
was
to
the thing.
everybody
You know what I
that
mean?
signed
Right.
up today. I appreciate you all very, very much.
So I wonder if
you know, that.
All right, and keeping in mind our first
was
place
the
prize is a
outstanding.
Profitect Go,
know.
a grinder.
Let's
Then we
see.
also have green or roasted coffee from Untold Coffee Labs, which is Danilo right over here will help you out
gotta
with.
get a okay,
the
gotta get
one
a
and
picture
only.
with his latte there.
That's right.
Then in that second place prize, we still have that Gaja espresso machine, the
There we go.
new MDF grinder,
Oh yeah.
a nasty jug, and some not neutrals. All right, let's give it up to our final two competitors.
Very good.
Great pour, great job. And thank you, everyone, for coming out, and all of our sponsors. Thank you, everyone at Whole Latte Love, and Gary opening the doors, and all of our judges. Danilo for coming all the way from Brazil, by the way, to do this. So he is here from Brazil, on his way out to Copenhagen for World of Coffee with Untold Coffee Labs. And Kristen, our creative. And some final words from Gary.
I could not be more happy with the turnout and the excitement. This is the first time we've done this. Obviously, not going to be the last time we do this. Thanks so much. Thank you very much.
All right, everyone have a great night.
All right, well, I guess we're going to wrap it up because we can't.
I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. Thank you, Whole Latte Love. Two things. Give it for like the Arabica team. We have Anita, who's in the New York. Same thing with me. We have Brian and his colleague, Ife, from Toronto. And also, this is my first Throwdown that I've ever won. So like, I just feel really good right now. So thank you guys for giving me that, and I'm so glad to be here. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thank you guys all for traveling for this. Very much appreciated. Also, a lot of people that are not me worked very, very, very hard on this. Thanks to everyone for all of your hard work getting all this set up. Thanks to Zach for taking this thing under his wing, too.
All right, we're going to go ahead and present some awards. You can stick around if you want to see those awards. If not, have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
I think we're probably going to be signing off, Mark.
Yep.
So let's come back to us for a moment,
let's-
Andrew.
Thanks,
So
Andrew.
I just want to, say this has been my first Throwdown I've ever commentated.
Mine too, if you couldn't tell.
But this was a blast, honestly. And what we had some people from Toronto, so I guess you could say this was an international competition. But yeah, some serious talent tonight. I think, as I was saying, this is the first Throwdown he's ever even won.
So that's just to say you got to give it a good try,
that
right?
Seahorse, he may have been refining that for as his sleeper for a competition just like this one. And with the stakes as high as they were, I
Pulled
think
out
it
that
was
seahorse at the end.
much needed, I would say.
Yeah,
That's
very
right.
nice. All right. Well, we're gonna kick it off. Say thanks for watching. And Gary, would you like to
Good to see you,
stop
Gary.
by? Here's the man who made this happen. I don't have that microphone for you, so you're gonna have to share.
Get a little
Just
closer.
get close.
That's right.
We'll be close. And get a little closer in here too. There we go.
I'm sure everybody's heard enough talking already, but we just had an incredible time. Thanks so much, all the live streamers who came here live. You helped create Life Force, and that literally is what it's all about. I'll keep it at that. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks, guys, for watching, and you will be back, right? We will be back. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Take care, everyone.
We'll see you.